No.
recording? No? Okay.
No?
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
I mean,
should
there
be
would be
fun,
like eventually 7 people to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Haha.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be a mess at it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, Justin's typing. I feel weird. Did we just start the show normally, or this is a special episode?
Got a big cast here. Very nice.
I mean, yeah, we are still like just kind of doing a show. It's just going to be chaos.
Yeah.
So,
Love it. Sounds good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of the Charge Shot Gamescast.
good start.
Hey, plus beginning. All right.
God damn it. Each and every week, best friends gather around and talk about the news in gaming. This week, I have... How many best friends do I have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 best friends.
I'm a best friend, yes.
This week, we have, as most of the time, Justin.
What's up, party people?
This is the real party city right here.
Yeah.
We also have Lo.
Hello, everyone.
The lovely...
Low energy.
He hasn't started drinking yet, so please forgive him. We also have the self-proclaimed marvelous one, Ben.
I'm ready to Ragna fucking rock.
Yeah.
I like it.
We also have previous guest on this show, Chris.
What's going on, everyone?
And first-time guest on this show, Jake.
What's going on? Just call me the captain.
Aye.
Yeah, so we're all drinking except for Ben because he is was that word? Satiate something? Fancy word for doesn't drink?
Sentient?
What?
No, I'm not sentient. I'm not sentient at all.
I mean, as our
soulless
program,
machine
he's here to
that has
drive
one
us
directive.
along the path to this podcast.
Yes. So yeah, basically Justin's going to be married in like 2 days from the day this gets posted to the public.
Actually, this will go up the day before my wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, la di da.
So this is his final moments as a non-married man. How's it feel?
My final moment as a married man?
As a
Non-married.
non-married.
Oh, okay. I think that cut out.
Well, I didn't want to say single because you're not single. You've been dating Brooke for a long time.
Yeah, 5 years. Actually, technically, like, we're not really counting our anniversary anymore because, like, we're getting married in like a week.
Yeah,
but
that's
technically, it was
yeah.
yesterday, or 5 years.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we picked up our marriage license today, actually. So it's like
Nice.
super official now. We just have to have it signed, and the rest of it's kind of a formality. But still,
Nice.
it's getting there.
You scared? Are you calm?
No, just nervous, kind of, because a lot of it's going to come together at the last minute.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of have to get to the venue on like Friday night with the rehearsal dinner and like get everyone in there and see what the equipment setup's going to be like for the music and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of like hoping everything works out right, and then Saturday just figuring it all out at the last minute.
Cool. How is Chicago? Like, you had your actual like bachelor party in Chicago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a mess, but it was fun. Like all I wanted was just like all my friends together, and a few of them live in Chicago, so we set the bachelor party in Chicago. So like the rest of us went there together and then met up with the people that lived in Chicago.
Nice.
So like Friday night, we all got together at a bar near a hotel and just like hung out and drank a little bit, and that was really fun. We ended up like basically leaving when they closed. They were like, "Okay, final call. Like we're not going to rush you guys, but we do close soon." So
We have to go home.
Which was fun. And then Saturday we wandered the city, got brunch and mimosas, did some breweries, went to a barcade, which was cool. That was like the one thing I said I wanted was a barcade. So we went to this one that had like a bunch of like 80s and 90s games. And me and my friend Rob beat the X-Men arcade game, which was really cool.
Nice.
We ended up putting like probably $15 in quarters between us to beat it. But we did it. It's the first arcade game I've ever beaten. And I
That
feel
game is tough. That game is tough.
So yeah, that happened, which was really cool. And then it was a bit of a mess after that because we had kind of separated out a little bit, like between the group. because not everyone wanted to do the same thing for dinner. So we kind of separated out for that, and then it was a little hard to everyone get back together after dinner. But we got some of course Chicago deep dish, which was delicious, especially at like friggin' 9:30 at night when we finally got to eat dinner. And then we all met back up for the night and had kind of a more chill bar experience because we were all a little tired from the day. But we played some pool and had a few more drinks and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. And then we got back to the hotel and we're going to like do some Jackbox on the Switch, but it wouldn't connect to the hotel TV, which was kind of frustrating because my brother got this little like portable Switch adapter, like basically like a dock but in cord form. And it wouldn't work. Like it's the hotel TV wouldn't accept it for some reason. So we tried to play a few games like just with the Switch out, like on the bed, and like everyone plays on their phone, but you still kind of need to see the screen a little bit. So I was like shouting out answers and stuff. And it worked, but we didn't do it that long because it just wasn't the same. And then Sunday we had to head back, but there was so many travel issues. Like they were doing some construction around the metro train. So like we'd go to a station and like it wouldn't tell us which lines were running. So like we try to go all over the place trying to figure out like how to get to where we're trying to go. And like the line that would be the most direct route wasn't working. So we had to figure out where else to go. And we like ran to a different station to try to like get, catch a bus quicker. And like that station wasn't running because they were doing construction near it and like all this mess. And the biggest issue was Greyhound. Because I have a lot of you here, I'm going to put them on blast. Greyhound is terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those tweets from you, just like blasting them.
Yeah, like I sent them a message. They never responded. I shouldn't have expected one. But they were like, send us your problem and we'll take care of it. And they never responded. Probably this big like novel that I sent them that was literally like the shortest I could explain the problem we were having. But yeah, basically we were supposed to catch the train or catch the bus at like a what was essentially like a rest stop near my house because there was no like official Greyhound station in Columbia, but there was like kind of it's basically a truck stop that they let the Greyhound use for loading and unloading because people will shop at the rest stop if they let them use it there. And apparently all week the Greyhound had been late. So we get there, like there was a bus there, but it was going to Kansas City, not St. Louis, where we were supposed to meet the actual Greyhound station. And so like the driver of that bus was like, oh no, you have to wait for the St. Louis one. They can let you know inside when that's going to show up. So it's supposed to be there like a little after 10. We go inside and the guy was like, basically just gave us the whole spiel he'd been giving to everyone all week. Like, yeah, it won't be here on time, blah, blah, blah. It should arrive sometime between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Our St. Louis bus was supposed to leave at 1. So basically, if we did wait, like which we wouldn't have because that's stupid. If we did wait, we would have missed the St. Louis bus anyway.
Yeah.
And so basically, we had to drive to St. Louis to get to that Greyhound station and take this St. Louis bus to Chicago, which meant we also had to obviously drive back from St. Louis, even though we had a ticket and would be leaving from the station because the car's already in St. Louis. So yeah, we get to St. Louis, get on that bus, and there was this annoying little girl with her mom, and the mom didn't care at all. Like she was just on her phone, like telling the daughter to shut up whenever she got too loud. But the daughter was like, I want to use your phone. I want to use your phone. I need it. I want to watch stuff. And like the mom was just ignoring her. And because the mom was ignoring her, she was just like wandering the bus, like up and down talking to people. And she like came up to me, like looking over my shoulder, watching me play Mario. And she like, I just let her. She was being quiet. It was the only time she was quiet. And so basically, like she was just watching me play, and she like started to reach out to touch my screen. I'm like, don't, please, just as an afterthought. And she's like, oh, and then she ran back to her mom and started being loud again. I'm like, So yeah, that ruined the whole experience in Chicago, but at least I had Mario.
Yeah.
And then the way back was actually really nice. Like it was a lot quieter and like completely chill. But we ended up, my brother and my friend Chris had to check their bags because they brought extra ones. My friend Eric and I just brought carry-ons. Just figured it'd be easier. So they had to check their bags, which was a super long line that one person was working. And so they started boarding the bus. So me and Eric got on the bus to save them seats. And about 20 minutes later, I got a text from my brother saying they wouldn't let them on the bus.
Oh no!
So 2 of us were already on the bus. 2 of us couldn't get on. We were saving them seats. Apparently, they said the bus was full.
What?
And wouldn't let them on. They'd have to wait for the next one. I was like, he's our ride. Like, we literally can't get home because the other bus never shut up. So, like,
Oh
we
my
need
god.
them on this bus. And they're like, I'm sorry, the bus is full. I'm like, we're saving them seats. It's not full. We literally have seats for them right here. Like, man, those seats are for something else. Like, what are you talking about? We saved them. So basically, I was like, okay, can we get off the bus and ride with them on the next one? Like, yeah, sure. And handed us our tickets so we could get off. So we had to wait like 40 minutes for the next bus that was supposed to leave at the same time.
What the hell?
There was 2 buses supposed to basically arrive and leave at the same time. That one didn't show up almost an hour later. So we get on that bus. Like I said, it was super quiet, no problems, whatever. We ended up getting home like around the time we would have gotten home if we had taken, if we had actually ridden the bus from St. Louis to Columbia, because it was like an hour layover for, meals or whatever when we got back to St. Louis. So it wasn't that bad, but it was still really annoying. And like the Chicago Greyhound didn't care at all. Like they were just like, whatever, if you don't want to ride this bus, get off, basically. And
Sounds
so,
like a
while
bus
we were
driver.
waiting for the next bus, we kept making a joke like, oh, I'm sorry, Greyhound can't help you because our help is being reserved for something else. Like just stupid little jokes and stuff like that, making
Jesus.
fun of them.
That's
And
so
there was a bunch of other people in line waiting. Like they were just mad as well because they all had tickets that were supposed to leave the same time the first bus left. So we were all waiting in line for this bus that should have shown up like around the same time. So they were getting on in on the joke with us. And
I've never heard of
It
a
was a
bus driver
mess.
having a power trip before.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so travel was miserable, but the trip was really fun. So I can't complain. But man, if I didn't have Mario, like it would have been miserable. And I still like I didn't think about bringing headphones with me. So like the whole way, like I was playing my game, but like I could hear all the people like just listening to music on their phones without headphones, and like the little
yep.
kids yelling, and yeah, that was annoying too because everyone else was drowning it out, and I
Yeah.
couldn't.
yeah. Buses are
It was a fun trip. I don't want to be negative.
buses are never fun.
No, they're not. I'd never ridden a Greyhound before though. I'd ridden like charter buses for choir trips or something. But that's all like everyone on the bus. Like it's not a big deal. This was a bunch of strangers, and the generally people that ride the Greyhound, especially like from St. Louis to Chicago, which is not the best areas to go between, are pretty like just jank, to use Ben's word.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned Mario. I guess how many people here have played the Mario game, Mario Odyssey?
No.
No.
Me. I think it's just 3 of us.
Really? Jake hasn't played. Oh, I guess he's
Just-
not. Does he have a Switch?
No one else has a Switch.
Oh,
I just
Yeah.
beat it before we started.
yeah.
I tried to. I started like we got home
beat
around
Mario? Isn't that Assault?
6:30ish, and I tried to beat it because I was already in Bowser's Kingdom, but I didn't get to beat it. I think I'm
Oh,
close.
AKA my aesthetic level. Like I just want to be in that world forever.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. But yeah, I'll just kind of talk briefly because I know you mentioned a lot about it last week, so I don't want to like retread anything. But man, I love the Switch. Like, so many games came out this weekend, and like I didn't care about any of them except Mario because I could take it with me on my trip. So I literally played like probably 20 hours of Mario just over this weekend when I wasn't even home. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So I think I'm probably close to 300 moons.
Oh,
Because I tried to like get as much as I could in a world before moving on. I didn't just like meet the requirement and then move on. I tried to like get as much as I could, and then I'll go back later and get the rest of them.
yeah. I play the same way.
But,
I
I'm
just
so addicted to that game.
I just try to get whatever like I could see in sight. Like I would see like there's something sparkly over here. I'll go over there and grab it, even though I have the
Yeah.
requirement. I haven't gone back. Like I said to Lo last week that I might try to 100% this game because it's just like a portable game. Like it's
Oh yeah, I think I will too. Like one of the only games I've ever 100%ed was Mario Galaxy, and this really gives me that feeling of Mario Galaxy, and I love it.
there's just so much joy. Like in every square inch, there's just so much to like try and do, like experiment with and explore that world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that world is a lot of fun to be in. Just Elvia has joined. Hey, how's it going?
Also, welcome to the Bachelorette invading our bachelor party.
What? Hold on. Audacity.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not recording locally.
Yeah, we're not really recording locally.
Hey.
There's too many people.
Yeah. But yeah, Ben, you've already beaten the game. You've seen the credits. How's it go?
Yeah,
What's your thoughts?
yeah. It didn't make me cry like Sonic Mania did, but
Oh, so Sonic Mania is way better than this piece of trash.
hot take. Sonic Mania is my game of the year. But no, it's really fucking. It was like it became a problem for me where I didn't want to put it down, and I wanted to look for everything, and I had to hold myself back because I wanted to say some stuff because I don't like completing games, and I doubt I'll complete Mario Odyssey. I just don't do it.
I hate getting my money's worth.
I don't do it. Like I play the amount I play, and that's it. I don't complete games. It's something I don't do. But with this one, I won't do it immediately. But I think over time, I'm like, well, I'll do this today, or I'll do this a month from now. Like that's where I think I'm going to eventually complete it, but I'm not going to be like in a stress because I don't want to get burned out by it. But that's not what I want to talk about because everybody's talked about Mario Odyssey. I want to talk about the fact that I missed last week's show and I couldn't talk about Waifu Warriors and how I freaking am addicted to that game. Like,
Here we go.
It's a Warriors game. All right, so if you don't like them, you're not gonna like this. Bottom line, but it's really really fun. It's the one thing I will say about it is that one thing that kept me from playing Hyrule Warriors more is one thing I didn't like about Hyrule Warriors, and this has come as controversial, is the legend mode, the map mode or whatever, adventure mode, and how you had to have certain things to unlock certain things in the map, and you have to beat certain enemies. It was bullshit. I didn't like it. I didn't complete any more of the map because it's like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. One thing after beating the 15-hour campaign of slaughtering hundreds of thousands of enemies and fighting the same bosses over and over again, you unlock history mode, which is basically sort of retelling, not really retelling, but you're sort of overlooking past Fire Emblem scenarios. Currently, there's 5 maps right now that each have little units, so it looks like a Fire Emblem layout, like from the GBA or the 3DS games. And you basically click on one of them, like, okay, defeat this amount of enemies in a certain amount of time. You're basically little scenarios. You pick up and play, go do this for a set of time, or defend this particular set of time. And, like, it's so arcadey, and it's so ridiculous. And it's like a drug addiction whenever I get, like, a new, like, I level up my character to a new class, or just, oh god, I can't even lose. I want to play the game more. I haven't even unlocked the 2 bonus characters. I love it so much that I even bought the season pass. Then again,
that kind of sounds like the adventure mode in Hyrule Warriors.
It's
like,
simplified.
It's not the same.
It's simplified because, again, like I was saying, with the adventure mode, to progress, you needed like the Zelda items, you needed the candle, you needed the raft, you needed to find that thing within the particular battle modes. And I wasn't a fan of that.
Kind of
Right.
I wasn't a fan of that. With history mode, you're pretty much just told it streamlines everything. So you're pretty much told, okay, as many enemies in 7 minutes, go. Defend these forts within 20 minutes, go. And it's boom, 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 boom. So literally, if I wanted to, I could play the game for 24 hours and not get tired of it. Or I could literally, what I've done in between sessions of Mario Odyssey, pick it up, pick a stage, do that, and that's it. Because I still haven't unlocked Lynn, who apparently is even the most ridiculous. She's the best sword character in the game. Like, she's ridiculously fast. But I haven't unlocked her yet. And like I said, I liked it so much, I bought the season pass. And it was $20. And I get, like, a whole bunch of new costumes and new maps. I was like, I got my money's worth, and I'm going to get more money's worth. So, yeah, Anime Warriors or Waifu Warriors is a very fun game. But only if you like anime and if you like Musho
Waifu.
games. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's cool, but Mario, though.
Yeah, Mario.
I mean, I played a lot of Mario. I played a lot of Mario this week. But I want to get back to Fire Emblem Warriors. Is like I don't want to complete it, but I want to beat every single thing on those maps at some point, especially before the next.
Have you tried using an amiibo with the Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
That's how I talk. Okay.
No, I just like that. You just like Pause. So Mario though.
I don't know, but that's all. I mean, also I got Super Silver rank on Street Fighter V. That's a small note, but like, there you go.
Actually, as soon as I could do amiibo, because like I didn't take any amiibo with me on my trip, obviously, and I didn't unlock the ability to use amiibo until like I was already gone. But when I got back, the first thing I did was use the Luigi amiibo and then played the rest of the game as Luigi.
Oh, that's super
Good
cool.
choice.
Nice.
Yeah, the only
That's awesome.
amiibo I have is P-Stand Link, and all he does is go and check out like trying to find locations of other moons, and that's about it.
Yeah, you can use amiibo outside of where that thing is, and you get like either coins or hearts or a few other things depending on the amiibo.
Okay.
Real talk, I was hoping because I have a Rosalina amiibo in the from the Super Mario Brother line. I was really hoping for a Mario outfit with Rosalina's colors. When I tapped the amiibo, it didn't happen. I'm disappointed. 0 to 10, worst Mario game ever.
You could be Waluigi though. So
Yeah, but nobody likes Waluigi. We've established.
excuse
this.
you.
It's canon.
Excuse you. There's
I'm
7
actually
people
with
here.
Iggy
Show of
on
hands.
this one.
Vocal show of hands. Who likes Waluigi?
I like Waluigi,
Waluigi.
That's
especially,
one.
especially in the soccer game. He was so.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about all
He's
the
the
tall
best.
lanky kids that relate to Waluigi.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
So basically, what we learned tonight is that Ben is the only one that doesn't like Waluigi.
Here's what I really want to talk about out of that conversation. Why is his name not the anti-completionist?
Why do you keep zooming in?
Because it's funny to me.
That's his thing. That's what he
And
does.
because I've already drank a lot of this.
It's gonna be such a good audio podcast.
Yeah.
No one said you had to comment on it.
I just don't. I've been on record. I don't complete games. I beat
Well, I
the
know,
story and that's it. But I don't really. A game has to really hold my interest. I've completed maybe like 5 games in my life. Like I'm fully 100%.
I mean, I rarely 100% anything. I basically did it for Mario Galaxy because I wanted to see if I could. Like, I got all of the stars and then unlocked Luigi. And I loved playing as Luigi so much, I wanted to play it all again. That's basically it. And, like, that's one of those games where, like, once you unlock everything or once you get all the stars, it actually unlocks, like, a new world for you where you can get, like, I think 3 or 4 more stars. So it's like, okay, I have to get everything so I can see this last world. Because it's basically like a skill gauntlet. So like that's my greatest gaming achievement was 100%ing Mario Galaxy, because those last few stars are so hard.
Yeah. Dude, I actually haven't played any Mario Odyssey this week. It's mostly been Destiny 2 for me. It's a
when I get back.
It's a great looter shooter. It's a great looter shooter. I've been playing it all, this week, like every time after work. Just leveling up my character, playing with a bunch of like a couple friends, my dad, just going around doing adventures, leveling up. I haven't reached level cap yet, but I'm almost there. I don't really have too much else to say on it because I haven't gotten to any of the post game stuff yet, or I haven't beaten the campaign. But like I said before, they did such a better job with the cinematics of it and like the story. Building out the universe a lot better in this one. I tried Crucible. There's like a mission there where you have to complete 2 Crucible matches, and I think that's the only thing I'm going to do is just that, because Crucible sucks still. It's still bad.
Yeah.
The PvE is the best stuff in that game. So yeah, Lo, you still playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so predictable.
It's still there. That's still actually. I've actually been playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5 because I've been messing around with the Rockstar editor and stuff because I've never actually used it before, and so I started playing around with it and just playing around with all like different camera angles and stuff, doing the slow motion, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I've just been grabbing a bunch of random scenes. Other than that, I played a little bit of Smite, a little bit of Paladins.
Hang on, have you tried out the Super Saiyan, the Goku mods for Grand Theft Auto 5 or no?
I haven't done any modding for Grand Theft Auto 5 because I'm just paranoid about getting banned. So I just I just don't even want to like chance it, you know. And
Yeah.
it's
If it's not online, I don't think you can get banned.
Yeah, I think it's just single player. You'll be fine because they rolled that back, right?
Yeah, I know. I was reading in some places that like as long as you like unload all your stuff, like your mods and stuff, before you go into the online version, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably give it a shot because there's some mods that actually make the director mode like better. Like because the way it is now, you can only like have like one person. Like you can like plop like one character in there and like have them do stuff. But like with like mods and stuff, you can like have more and whatnot. So I might play around with it a little bit.
Yeah, I just said that because I saw a GIF in like an article about how they put like Goku in it and he throws like destructo discs at people and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many mods for it.
we need like
check some of them out.
I remember like the best times of playing a Dragon Ball game is those like weird like moddable open world type games. Like I just remember having such great times playing them. They need to work on one like that. Xenoverse is close, but it's a little too jank.
I actually got Xenoverse 2 for like it was on sale for like $20, and I'm like, because I already had the first one and I played the crap out of it. I'm like, is the second one worth $20? And then someone's like, yes, it's worth $20. It's not worth more than that.
Isn't it the same game though?
It's pretty much the same game. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's a little bit like it's basically what the first game should have been.
Yeah.
So well now I play like the second one more than I play the first one because you can like port all your like your loadout from like your main character over. It's like, oh cool. So then
And there's a statue
it's
of your first character from the first game that you import in, which is kind of funny. Like everyone's like, "Oh, this is a great like travel time hero," and it's so silly. Lo, me and you should hit up some parallel quests later and do some of those.
Yeah, I'm down. I totally have it installed right now. I'm so down because I've been meaning to play more of it lately. So it'd be a cool game to play.
It's just like if you're not a fan of Dragon Ball at all, there's nothing there for you. It's pure fan service.
Yes, it's one of those. It's a fan service game. It's just that's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less.
Elvia, welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Hi guys. I know it's been forever. Things have been terrible.
Finally, I have someone of my own.
It's been terrible.
It's been so busy at work. Like I've constantly been working way more than 40 hours a week.
Yeah. So how's it going? How's life? How's things?
Good. Everything's good. We're trying to get back into YouTube, but it's just been so crazy busy that we've recorded stuff and never edited it. Yeah. So we actually have like a Halloween Disney video that never went up, which I'm totally like we went and we recorded, but like it just sat. It's just there. It's just sitting there on our hard drive. So we're trying to hopefully go again for Christmas and do it early so that we have time to edit it so that we can get it out before Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures.
But it's only the 3rd. You can still put it up.
Yeah.
The 3rd of November?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean,
It's not election day yet. You're good.
I know everyone says that like Christmas is November 1st to December 25th, but you're still fine.
Yeah. I received some
Well,
messages saying that like if you still love Halloween but Christmas is coming, and then there's like a bunch of like horror Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I do watch Nightmare Before Christmas for 3 months straight, so I guess I can't complain.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's definitively a Christmas movie. Or dang it!
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we are validated.
Oh man.
Yes.
Good job.
I'm just gonna isolate that audio and play it on loop now. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'll bring you Twitter for not including our poll.
I still say
It is a Halloween
movie.
All right.
It's both. Okay, the way I see it, Disneyland has the Haunted Mansion, the Haunted Mansion decorated as Nightmare Before Christmas from September through January. It's both. If Disney says so, then I say so.
The nightmare comes before Christmas.
Just like the night before Christmas is a Christmas story.
It stays through Christmas.
Before Christmas.
The director said
Nightmare.
It's still there until after Christmas.
All right. You been playing much, or you've just been busy with work and stuff?
What have I been playing? into Pokemon Go again when they released the new gen, and since we've been going to Disneyland a lot, and then since they released the new gen, and then with the Ghost ones that came out for Halloween, we've been doing it again because Disneyland is amazing for Pokemon hunting. Like there's Pokestops every 5-10 feet.
So is Chicago, by the way.
Chicago? Oh, that's right. You took it with you. What else have I been doing? No, Ray's been the one playing more. He's played he actually has Fortnite. So I know you guys have been talking about that a lot.
Yeah.
Me, no, I don't know. I probably have been playing something, but on my phone, it has to have been Pokemon. That's about it. That's all I really had time for.
All right, cool. Cool.
So I just realized I didn't get to finish mine because Ben interrupted with the stupid waifu warriors.
Okay.
I did actually have more. If you want to.
Sure. Toss it. Kick the ball back over to
because like last week on the Gamescast, you guys talked about Animal Crossing and said that no one had played it, so you didn't know anything about it. Yeah. I played it.
Okay.
Because I downloaded it and actually sent you guys the link, and no one cared.
Yeah, exactly.
But I played it for a few days and then pretty much dropped off it quickly because like. It is Animal Crossing. Like it feels like Animal Crossing when you play it, and it's so like when you first started up, it's actually really exciting because you're running around doing Animal Crossing stuff. But the problem is like it feels so like time focused that it kind of ruins the fun of it after a while. Because like you're running around like basically instead of collecting bells and things like that from just like grabbing fruit and selling it and all that stuff. All of it comes from like gifts that you get from townspeople by doing things for them. So you're running around like you're creating your campsite, which is basically just stuff you have to put there to lure. To lure different villagers to your campsite, and like you can customize your camper completely on your own. Like that doesn't have anything to do with the people that are visiting. So like that's kind of where like the Animal Crossing like house customization comes in. But your campsite is basically every time you find a new villager, there's like something they want to see in your campsite before they'll move in. So you have to like find the materials to craft that thing, then place it, and then they'll come in and like hang out on that thing. And you can only have like I think 6 or 8 people at your campsite at any given time. And like whoever's there, like you'll talk to them. They can still like have requests for you, which is usually just like, I want some melons. So like you grab some melons from wherever melons are and give them to them, and they give you money. That's kind of like the bell game in it. Then you use bells, obviously, to upgrade your camper, make it bigger, buy stuff at the store, which is kind of on like a rotating cycle of like, it could be like Mabel's, like the Able sisters and their clothing, or it could be like the Nook kids and their, stuff around, like their house stuff. It could be some others like shoes and things like that. It's like 2 at any given time. But the actual like running around of the game is like essentially small little islands that you kind of drive between. And each one is focused on something. Like you might get to one and you have the fishing line. So like you can go down to the water, throw your fishing line out, catch some fish. Another one might have a bunch of trees, so you can grab fruit from it, whatever. Another one might have like bugs and butterflies. So you have your net out on that island and you grab those things. So you have to kind of jump between them depending on what villagers want. But that's pretty much the game. Like you're stocking up on all this stuff. You give them to the villagers that need them. You get like materials and money back from them. You level up your relationships with those villagers and yourself, which is kind of cool because like as you level up, you get access to like better stuff for the campsite, like better furniture and things like that give you like a new caliber of villager that wants more of that stuff. But basically, like, once you get a few levels up at villagers, they need, like, 6 things in your campsite before they'll come in.
Wow.
So, like, it starts out, like, they all want, what you have already, plus, like, maybe one, like, couch item or something. Like, they're separated into, like, cool, cute, sporty, and something else, like, fresh or something like that. And, one might want, like, the cool couch. One might want the cute couch, whatever. So you have all these things that don't match in your campsite just to bring people in. And then as you move up, like I've got people right now that want me to have like an amp and a speaker and a guitar and a drum set and then also like a cool chair or a cute chair or whatever. And so I have to put all this stuff that I don't care about just to bring new people to the campsite. And so there's like there's this whole meta game of like you need all these crafting materials to make this thing, and you only get crafting materials by completing objectives for the villagers, which you do by giving them, you know, stuff, like I said, like however many squids or fruit or whatever the case is. And each thing you craft takes a certain amount of time to craft unless you use like the leaf tickets to speed up the process.
Oh yeah.
So you could, you know, you could have like 6 things you need to bring someone in, and each one takes 3 hours to craft, and you just wait. And there's really nothing you can do in that time because the whole game is like that, you know, that process of bringing people to your town to give you money. And there's not as much depth to it as there is in an actual Animal Crossing
But Justin,
game.
Can you buy leaf tickets?
Yes, you can. That is the microtransaction of it. And you do get plenty. But there's like specialty items you can buy like in the in-game store, and each of those are like 100 to 300 leaf tickets.
Oh God!
For just like, furniture items. Like most things you do in the game are like 1 to 5 maybe, and like right now, like without really using them ever, I have like 150 or something. So just playing the game, like using them to, you know, to complete the process of finishing an item or something like that, like doesn't take that long. But doing that all the time, like that adds up.
Yeah.
And so there's just not enough to the game, really. Like outside of just the normal, you know, Animal Crossing route of like shaking trees and that kind of stuff to really get the game going. And the only other islands are, like I said, there's the, you know, there's the Market Island, there's the like RV Island, which is where you go to like, you know, improve your camper, and then one that's just full of like money rocks and stuff, but you have to have like a friendship token to get in there. So basically you have to like either like buy some premium thing to get there, or have like 5 of your friends give you like a friendship token to get you access to this place.
What if you don't have friends?
You're screwed.
Like I haven't had any problems with that really because sorry, I shrugged.
You get nothing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems with that really because literally everyone wants to be your friend. Like each island has like a villager on it, like another player that's just kind of there passively. So like their camper is there, you can go in and see it. They're just kind of there, and like you can see their market box, which is the only way you can sell things. Like other people have to buy stuff that you want to sell, unless you give it to a villager. But if you just want to like put a bug or something in there and like make it worth however much money, like someone has to buy that. You can't just like go to the market and sell it. And so like you can just go up to someone and like talk to them and like become their friend, and like or ask to be their friend and accept all these people that are playing around the islands and stuff. But you don't know who they are. You're just random.
You're just using them for tokens.
Yeah, basically. You're whoring yourself out for tokens. Congratulations. Yeah, so like it looks and feels like Animal Crossing, but it's so like sleazy, and it's like, you know, in its mobile like atmosphere that it just kind of ruins the fun of it. Because it like if you look at a trailer or something, like, oh dang, that's mobile Animal Crossing. Once you play it for more than like half an hour, you're like, oh dang, that's microtransaction hell. With an Animal Crossing skin. So yeah, I played it through like the tutorial stuff, and then once it got to the point where like I had to craft like 6 things for every person that wanted to come into my campsite, I fell off it real quick. Because as soon as you have to wait more than a minute to craft something, there's nothing to do, basically.
Oh boy.
So that wasn't very exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much the only other thing that I played. I just wanted to get that out because you guys talked about it last week.
Yeah, I thought you might have been interested and would have checked it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not out in America or anything yet. It's only out in Australia, but there's ways if you have an Android phone. If you are actually curious in it, let me know and I can get you the link.
Justin's a hacker. Hacker for hire.
Basically. Like it's totally legit. Like I said, it's on my phone right now, my new phone, and I've had no problems with it, so it's not a big deal. But it's not an amazing game, I'll say that. It looks great though. It's beautiful.
Jake, what have you been playing?
With myself. No.
Is it a taser?
Nah.
Airsoft gun.
I'm gonna say that.
No. I haven't really been playing much. Just been really busy with prepping for the baby a little bit, and there is one mobile game I'm playing though, Marvel Champions. It's one of those like, you know how they have the Star Wars game that's it's another one is Marvel. It's a game of microtransactions, but they're not really bad. Some of these games, like there's the Star Wars one and there's the Marvel one. I can't remember what the Star Wars one is called.
Fun.
Star Wars Galaxies, I think. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun for at least a few days. They keep you occupied. It's not bad. I did as I said in a Discord earlier, I got Call of Duty World War II today, but as of right now, there has not been any server availability.
Oh.
It just gives me the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like it gives you the alphabet error. It just lists off the letters of the alphabet with a couple of letters missing with a dash there instead.
Hang on. We have to talk about this because video games have been doing this weird thing with errors and trying to be cutesy about it. There's nothing cutesy about an error, guys. Like,
no, it's still annoying.
It's still annoying. It's like, oh, here's this alphabet error. And then Destiny like is really famous for it. It's like, you got the squirrel error. It's like, fuck that. Like,
nuts.
What if you like?
There we go.
If you're like a troubleshooting kind of person, you want to know legit what the actual error is. Like, what is it?
I remember like old school like
this was a meme.
Like old school like Windows errors would give you like a random string of numbers, and you see more, and then it would actually give you the code for the error. So if you're actually technical about it, you
Google it.
Yeah.
Maybe
now
I'll
it's like
actually have to copy it down and look it up. I'll have to actually copy it down and look it up and see if I just get a lol JK website or something.
Anyways,
now all error screens want to be like the manic pixie girl of video games. They're like, oh, I'm so quirky. Don't you love me?
I'm quirky and cute.
They learned the wrong thing from Deadpool.
Yeah. Sorry to derail you. I just had to talk about that for a second.
So Call of Duty is a good game?
I would say, I mean, like graphically, it's great. The controls work just as good as they ever have. It's it feels kind of like playing World at War, which was a pretty decent multiplayer one. I didn't like the story mode in that one.
It's just grenade spam. If you put it on veteran, they would just spam grenades at you, right?
I didn't put it on veteran because I don't play shooters on consoles normally anymore.
I used to.
So I left it on regular until I get used to the controls again, and then I'm gonna turn it up and go back if I even play multiplayer at all. I really just kind of bought it for a fast-paced FPS because I'm sick of the maps on CS:GO because they never update any of the fun game modes. The ones without
but
the
everyone
toxic
loves
community.
Dust 2. Dust 2 is such a classic.
I actually, that's one of the few I don't have a problem with, but I really don't like a lot of the other maps because they just get old real fast, and they don't update any of them. I like playing gun game in CS:GO, and they never, ever update. Well, I can't remember what they call it in there. Arms race? I think it's called arms race in that.
Yeah,
but they never update the mode at all. They never update the game mode maps at all in that, and it's a little annoying.
Gun game was really.
I need to play more
Call of
Fortnite
Duty
though
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the game mode itself is really nice. Nice and provides you a lot of variety, and it can actually help you get better at the game because you're forced to get good with a lot of the guns.
Yeah.
You're forced to hashtag get good. Wow, I had too much liquor if I'm gonna make that dumb joke. Anyway, yeah, I do need to play some more Fortnite though because I paid for it and I played it a little bit, and then once the mode came out, I was like, yeah, everybody's playing just that. This isn't much fun right now, and I haven't gotten back to playing the actual game.
The PvE
Battle
stuff
Royale came out. The PvE.
What's like Lo said last week? Like, I feel like that makes the PvE more accessible then, because it's like all the garbage people left to play the Battle Royale mode, so now it's just like the hardcore ones and the PvE.
Yeah.
Well, it just kind of like whenever there's like an event or like something other than the main game mode, the PvE, the matchmaking, it kind of dips for a little bit for like a week or two, but then like it usually goes back up. Like
it's also kind of gotten stale for me a little bit. That's another thing. It's like because the actual gameplay itself is just like it kind of gets repetitive if you don't get out of the first town fast enough. And I haven't gotten out of the first town yet.
Oh, okay.
So like,
once you get out of the first, because that's like technically they consider that tutorial area. So once you get out of there, things get a little more interesting. You start like finding like more stuff, and like the maps are a little more diverse and whatnot. But,
yeah.
You're not missing a ton, though. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that once it goes free to play. The PvE stuff. It just seems
I'll
so
check it out.
interesting. Yeah.
One thing I
can
wish
I
they
just
had.
give you guys high-powered weapons when.
Okay. Yeah.
One thing I wish there was more of right now is arcade racers. Like, there's not really any good arcade. Like, my favorite game of all time, I think at all is probably Burnout Revenge.
Nice.
So good. It just felt so fast. Like, it wasn't supposed to be realistic, but it looked realistic enough that it felt really nice without being too like, oh, this looks so real, but it feels so stupid. It actually worked real well, the combination of how the graphics looked and how the game functioned. I love that game so much. Matter of fact, I think it's one of the only it's the only Xbox 360 game I still have, and I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore. I actually bought it without a 360 just to have it.
I have a question for you.
Wow. Dedication.
Since you like Burnout so much, what didn't you like about Paradise City?
I spent most of my time just driving around. I didn't feel like I had any reason to do any of the game modes. It felt like it was just designed to just drive around. And once you do that without, I mean, I had my brother had it too, so we play together. But once you do enough of that, it gets old because there's nothing like you don't feel any need to do missions. Because I mean, you can just end up racing. Like you run into a couple of races, you do a couple of races, you get a couple cars, and then you run into other cars that just are running around the map. And if you bump into them, you challenge them to a race. So you didn't think you had to go anywhere to do any of the challenges. There was no story mode. It was just kind of drive around the map and hope you bump into a challenge you haven't done yet, or look it up on the map. It just felt like it was designed for people to just hang out and have fun driving around.
Yeah. It was really like,
but there wasn't a whole lot,
right?
Yeah, right.
But it was an open world. Like the navigation didn't work great. It was kind of nice, but it was a little bit subtle. Like there was actually like this really faint like little blinker that would show up, like a street sign would show up to like slightly blink to let you know to turn when you were supposed to go somewhere. But it was so subtle, I didn't even notice it, and it wasn't mentioned in the tutorials or anything. I didn't even notice it until like 6 months after I started playing the game. Like,
Wow.
because I didn't notice it was blinking. I noticed the signs would show up, but normally they didn't blink. So I didn't notice during a race that they were blinking because I was focused on where I was going and looking at the map because it didn't tell you in advance, like, this is what you got to do.
Are you interested in Need for Speed Payback? That's actually out this year.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into Need for Speed because
Need
for Speed went so.
Well, this is the Fast and Furious knockoff.
They're not really.
That's coming out.
They are going back to arcade style.
It looks more Fast and Furious style, so like more like
Okay.
you know like arcade stuff, I guess.
I mean, it's
So I
being
might
made
have
by
to
the
check that out
Burnout
then.
people, isn't it?
Criterion?
I don't know how many of the Burnout people are still there. I think they left to do Dangerous Golf and then like some other stuff that didn't really pan out.
The last time Criterion did a Need for Speed game, we pretty much got Burnout.
My favorite game is made by
Unfortunately.
EA. No, I can't do that. I can't.
Don't
do
like
that.
it anymore.
Playing anything else? Is that everything?
Yeah, I haven't really played a whole lot. I've been spending so much time working on my editing.
Yeah.
That and taking care of getting set up for the baby and all this other stuff that I haven't really had a whole lot of time lately.
All right.
When's the baby coming?
Early February. The due date is the 25th, but we know she's getting induced early because of blood pressure and other stuff. So,
It's actually later than I thought.
so
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl, or
We know it's a boy.
it's a boy?
Yeah.
Yay.
Congratulations
It's a
again, my
boy
friend.
named Wesley James.
Hand out the
What's
cigars,
his name?
everybody.
Wesley James.
Nice name.
That's
Good.
cool.
Very
I like
nice.
that.
That's
I like
great. Yeah. Chris, what have you been up to?
A lot of working, a lot of prepping for my own wedding, which is actually 2 weeks after Justin's.
Aw.
Everyone's getting married.
I know, right?
Everyone has like things coming up.
Yeah. Otherwise, that I haven't really been playing
I'm
too
sorry, I just saw Kane's giant fucking 40.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just focused on Justin appearing to be taking a
Sarah
selfie.
40. Me and Lo are the, I mean not me and
Wow.
Lo. Me and Ben are the only like single men here. So everyone else here is.
I'm definitely not a single man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Well, you know.
Cheers. I'm not gonna drink it because I had way too much of this already. But cheers.
Yeah.
I texted Brooke to bring me more whiskey. so I
Salute.
just wanted to
Oh
show up.
man, that's awesome.
We've only been doing this for what, half hour, 45 minutes now, and I've already had
What a
probably
good
like
life,
6
right?
shots out of this.
Jeez.
All right, Chris, you getting ready for your
Sorry.
wedding?
That's okay. No, just a lot of like last minute wedding prep.
Yep.
A lot of meeting with people, getting a lot of things finalized. And game wise, just continuously playing my Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for my tablet.
All right.
They had a Halloween event that just happened. I got a few good pulls from that because it's all random. You know, whenever you like put in your tickets or pay the lapis in order to get new units. They had a few of like the main ones dressed up in like Halloween costumes that had different abilities. So I got a few of them, so that wasn't so bad.
All right.
More Golden Sun. Tomorrow I'll be playing some more Resident Evil 5, all recording those. And personally, one night I felt the need to play something. I opened up my cabinet to look at all my PlayStation 4 games. I have, Horizon. Should I play that? No. Valkyrie Chronicles? No. Going through all the new games. And what do I grab? I grab BioShock. And now I'm on in the middle of the second one on that because I just love that series so much.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Nice.
good.
I think that's like the third time I bought that entire series now. Actually, no, maybe even more. Because I've had it for the 360. I had it for PlayStation 3. No, third time. Because now I have it for PlayStation 4. Yeah, it has all 3 games on it and all the DLC. And I've actually only played Infinite once, and I never played the DLC. So I'll get there eventually. But
Yeah.
for right now,
I
I'm
liked
just going through
Infinite
them.
because it wasn't super spooky, but I still couldn't get into it. I don't know.
It's so much slower than the other ones. Like you have a much different environment in Infinite because you're in the sky. It's much more open and bright. But
Man,
I don't know. Like it just didn't have the same feeling as the first two.
that ending though for Infinite is like
Yes.
that's something
It
that
blows
you
your
need to
mind.
check out. Like if you can't get through the whole game, maybe just Google the ending and take a look
Yes.
at it and see like what that world actually means, because like it blows up this whole possibility of what BioShock.
Oh, yeah, you
could
I
play
do.
assume at the
game.
end it's related to the original Bioshocks, right?
Yeah,
It's
yes.
related to everything you ever played ever.
No, well, that's a little bit much, but
It's a
pretty
real
broad.
mind-blowing experience. It's
yeah.
even if the game itself isn't that good, like in the middle of it, like very repetitive and maybe not as engaging as the first 2 BioShocks.
Yeah.
That last like 15 minutes after the final, and I'm just gonna quote boss because that was an awful last encounter. Is just
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. You should just
But-
check out the ending for that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just YouTube it. You'll find it and you'll be all right. And you'll be like, wow.
That's
Now I don't
crazy.
need to play this, but my
Yeah.
mind is blown.
All right. So that's everybody here. Let's head on into the news.
Newsy news tune. A newsy news tune.
All right. Okay.
Can I just say a couple times recently, I've actually thought that was a recording of Justin doing that because I only listen on Sundays and stuff at work.
Sometimes
a lot
it
of times
is.
it's a lot of times it cues so fast it sounds like he edited in after.
Oh man, I'm just good.
He's just so good. He's got
Yeah.
it down, man.
Every time he's here,
it's live.
yeah. Every time he's here, it's live. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even when he's not there, it's there.
I think I made a
Always
joke one
be
week. I was
there.
like, you guys are gonna have to like record this when I'm not here, and he was like, "Oh, we've already got that."
Yeah, we got that when you first did it. I isolated it. All right, so there's not too much news happening, or well, there was a bunch of news earlier this week, trailers and stuff. Paris.
There's actually
Games Week.
BlizzCon today. I don't know if I want to cover that stuff.
I don't know what's happening at BlizzCon. I don't really care about.
Okay, I can talk about it. I had
I
it
don't really
off
care
earlier.
about it.
Is there like Quake news? Are they doing something with Quake?
No, it's all World of Warcraft and like
Oh,
Hearthstone and Overwatch and
great
all
games.
that garbage.
Games I
Yeah.
don't give a shit about. Right.
Yeah.
Way to watch.
I heard they
There was
like.
one cool thing though. I'll pull it up.
I heard they screwed up Mercy and like made her too powerful, so they had to nerf her.
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, they essentially like changed her ult. Like they changed the way Mercy plays like completely at one point. All right. So I guess we'll just vamp while Justin pulls that up.
I mean, go ahead. Like, I'm just saying I have one thing to pull up about.
Okay.
Like, there's other stuff, but the only thing that sounds kind of cool. But go ahead and continue.
Okay. I didn't send out the news stuff to our guests, so they might be completely in the dark about some of this stuff.
Bring it on.
Sorry, guys. So there's Paris Games News Week. PlayStation, Sony did some stuff there. And let me just pull up the document real quick. But they announced a bunch of new games. A new Spelunky. Spelunky 2 was announced. That's pretty cool. Especially since like the guy that's working on that is working on UFO 50 as well. But that's like a collaborative effort. So yeah, Spelunky 2. Let me see. Where's my document?
Guacamelee 2.
Guacamelee 2.
I'm laughing at Jake's chair.
What's it say?
It says
Be right back.
BRB.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Did we just have that there already?
I don't know.
He's a magician. Oh, wow, there he comes.
What the hell?
He's back.
Is he coming up the floor? Okay, I think he's the drunkest so far.
He's been drinking out of a bottle of Black Morgan that's like 90%
Did you just
alcohol.
fall over? Like,
We have a winner.
He's gonna just die in his chair, and we're just gonna be talking about gaming news.
Oh, my God.
he's laughing like nothing happened.
Yeah, he's wasted. He's done.
Why did you
Nah,
just
I'm not
crawl
racist.
up from the floor?
Because I could.
Okay. So,
Actually,
Paris Games.
that wasn't the reason I left. That I actually had to go to the bathroom. So I just,
Yeah,
I just
I
saw
figured.
BRB.
Oh, so you have to leave your room under your desk?
Under
It's
your
like a secret tunnel.
Is that how that works?
What happened? My headphone came out.
Do you have to leave the room under your desk?
No, I walked out. I just came back under the desk.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
It was a very last
for
minute decision.
effect.
That's dramatic.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I was hoping nobody was going to
Great.
notice, and it would be like a surprise for the people that watch it.
But instead,
Oh no, I
everyone
made
noticed.
everybody.
It said now there's going to be a conversation on the audio part for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever, everyone knows what to expect this
Work,
week.
guys.
That's fair point.
Um,
Everybody knows I'm an idiot.
So yeah, Justin said that there's a Guacamelee 2. That's probably one of the games that I have like 5 copies of. And I've never played it. So I might
Yeah.
want to try that out before Guacamelee 2.
It was
comes
PlayStation
out.
Plus one month, and I played
Yeah.
it and didn't really like it.
Okay.
But
It's like a.
like,
It's
I
just
heard
like
it was like a Metroidvania type, and so I thought I'd like it, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
There's so many Metroidvania games. Like they had that title,
Mhm.
but I don't like them. So I think I just like Metroid and Castlevania
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
and Axiom Verge.
I mean, like, arguably, like, that's like what those are the 2 games the genre's named after. So,
Right.
I'm also confused with that, though, 'cause-
Guacamelee
Mega
2
Man kind of
has
the same style?
4-player co-op,
No.
so that's pretty cool.
No, Mega Man is not a
Finish
Metroidvania.
Ori.
Metroidvania is like exploration and like upgrades as you go. It gets you into new areas, things like that.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm thinking of specific ones because, like, the Mega Man Zero series was very exploration rather than level based.
That's a little
So I guess-
more.
I guess
Depends on the
maybe-
Some
level
of
the
it.
game.
I guess
little bit.
that's what I was missed. That's the context I guess I was missing with the actual
Like
description.
2 and on,
The-
I think, are more.
The Advent series, the Mega Man Advent series, I say would be more Metroidvania style because you can go around the map a bunch of times and you're always picking up like new upgrades and everything depending on the bosses you beat. So that'd be a little bit
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
that way.
yeah.
Did you have a
Just
comment?
play Ori in the Blind Forest. Just beat
But that's
them.
I like that one
too.
too.
That too. Yes,
yeah,
very
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yes.
It's the one that made us all cry.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't beaten it yet. I probably will cry.
I've only seen the trailer and I cried, so yes.
Yeah.
I just have to think about it and I cry.
That is a
Every
good game.
time.
They also showed off. This is in the pre-show. Hong Kong Massacre. It was that game that kind of looked like a Hotline Miami, Max Payne, John Woo style action, top-down game. That was pretty cool. There's a puzzle game that like allows you to control time. It was kind of like a cylindrical thing that you walked around in. The Gardens Between.
That looked kind of cool.
Yeah,
It was like
that-
a Brothers Tale of Two Sons type game.
I had that same feeling. It might even be made by them. I'm not entirely sure on that, but
No, they're the ones making a way out right now.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's get into some more stuff here. They had the Ghost of Shumia.
Keep trying.
One more time. Sound it out.
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
I know it's racist. It's Tsushima.
The TSU is
Should have out after he said that.
I love sushi. No, I've never had sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be made by Sucker Punch, right? So like that's what I've been wondering what they've been up to for these last few years. So I'm interested to see more of that.
Yeah, the idea of a samurai open world game is kind of interesting.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like maybe they'll make a better Way of the Samurai because those games aren't like particularly great, but they serve a purpose. Yeah. They had more Spider-Man for those of you out there that want more videos of Spider-Man.
Yes, that was awesome. Incredible.
Still don't like the outfit, but the game looks really good.
I agree.
There you go.
But they said there'll be other outfits.
Yeah, but will you have them from the start? Can you just change it immediately?
I doubt it. You'll probably unlock them as you go. Like, but what about most interesting? They showed Miles again. Like they actually showed Miles like in the trailer. He was official, but they haven't confirmed if he's playable, which makes me think that Miles isn't, but his Spider-Man is. Maybe.
That's maybe you get like his outfit.
But maybe. But they said that like on top of Spider-Man and Peter Parker, Mary Jane is also playable.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
That's right. So like there'll be sections where it's like more detective focused, and like she's out there like doing her reporter stuff, like figuring things out. So like there's going to be different elements of the game aside from just like the Spider-Man like swinging around type stuff.
Can I reskin if they would announce that instead of announcing like a Spider-Gwen?
I doubt Spider-Gwen's in it because it looks like he's with Mary Jane, so Gwen's probably not a huge part of it. If she's
that's what I'm saying. I just want to reskin Mary Jane as Gwen Stacy, and then I'm fine with it. That's fine then.
I mean, don't get me
wrong. I love Mary Jane, but like Spider-Gwen has, Gwen has Spider-Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jane does not have that. Yeah. Sure, she was the Iron Spider like once, but she's not that important.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see here. They showed us some more stuff for Frozen Wilds that's coming out soon for Horizon. Might look into that. They showed more of the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, early reports have been saying that's like super like sensitive as far as the controls go because it's based on the European. So that's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I don't know too much about. I have it. I just haven't played it on my PS3.
I just hope they put more stuff in the remake, like maybe some Colossi that were supposed to be in it that are in the coding still, but they just haven't been in the game. So I doubt it too, but I could. Damn it, Justin, give me my dreams.
This version is more of a remake, so they might visit that kind of stuff. So who knows?
Yeah, I just think of like the Wind Waker remake, where like they improved elements of the game but didn't add new content.
Yeah. True.
That Super Sale was new content.
That's true. Let's see what else do they have here. They showed off more God of War, so God of War. I'm saving up the big stuff here.
It looks generic. It really
I'm just waiting for it to come out. Like it looks good enough. Like I'm just waiting for it to come out. Like that's.
I don't know. The kid kind of annoys me.
Yeah, can I have a mute button,
I need to like mute him while we're fighting. I don't need him
dog
to throw
instead.
Clips,
Dogs don't talk usually.
It's the more mature Last of Us, all right?
They
showed a bunch of VR stuff, but none of that stuff is like, I don't know. It doesn't seem all that.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
There was that like a quote unquote AAA title that kind of still just looked like VR.
AAA VR.
There was like Final Fantasy.
Fully VR, wasn't it?
What?
It was, but it was like controller based.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So you're just using VR to move the camera around.
Yeah.
They showed off some of the Final Fantasy stuff, like the fishing and like Ignis in VR. Boy. So
VR fishing.
Yep, VR.
That's Justin's favorite.
I know he hates fishing. I love fishing.
I've come up with a new recipe.
I've done it in real life. It's exciting when you get
a new fishing lure.
Stupid. They showed off a new game called Ur. It kind of looked like a weird Destiny like dragon scarf thing that you fly around in. It was released the day they announced it there at the Games Week. I don't know.
Wasn't that also VR?
No, that was just like a regular game.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And two biggest ones that caused some controversy online was Detroit Become Human. And in this trailer, they showed like a robot or an android serving an abusive father, and like her like trying to become a human and like protect the girl. Like there is like a domestic abuse happening, and like it kind of fucked me up when I was watching it. Really, it's interesting that like I don't agree with people saying, "Oh, you're gonna try and tackle that. Good luck." Like someone has to tackle these kind of like issues in video games. I think because like if
that's
someone
where video games are going.
Yeah,
Isn't David Kage a horrible storyteller? That's the only problem.
David Cage, but yes,
Kage.
Yeah,
true.
I
Like
hate
start
that people act
somewhere.
like it's this is off limits type of off limits type of thing when we kind of need to address this kind of stuff in general in society.
I just think
I
it's
feel
like
like
I agree
yeah.
with you. I'm not sure he should do it.
He's not the right person though
I agree
to
with
handle
you.
something as sensitive as this. It's like he's a I'm sorry, his games are schlock.
Yeah.
Like they're great at building tension, but it's like I'm not gonna. I had some interest in playing Detroit Becoming Human because I have a huge fetish for like androids and sentience and everything like that. But the second on this trailer, I was like,
Oh my.
I was like, no.
This is a huge
Nick,
week
no,
for you for admitting
I get
fetishes
it.
because
It's
we're putting up the
Yeah.
Super Troopers audio like next week, and you admit like you had a mayor fetish and, and all these other
I'm a
fetishes.
woman fetish.
I can't wait to
Ben
listen to
talks
that
about
one.
his fetishes a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Specific,
And they're all who I am.
like
I'm
any
comfortable
mayor?
with who I am. I'm not ashamed.
What if I pretend to be a mayor? Can I be your mayor?
Remember. But
Anyway,
no,
What's
but
that,
like-
Mayor Pauline?
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
hell yeah. Are you
What about
kidding?
governors? Are you into Chris Christie?
Oh
But,
God.
what I was saying is that
Moving on.
basically that trailer that they showed at Paris Games Week killed any interest because like I get it. It's not something that should be ignored, but I don't trust David Cage to handle it well in any kind of situation, no matter what your choice is. So like I bury myself in enough ugly shit on a daily basis that I kind of don't want to do that something that ugly in a video game. I'm sorry. It's important. I'm not saying it should exist, but fuck me if I want to be super depressed after watching that shit.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even watch it because I have no desire to play that game. I've never played any of his other games. I've heard that they're like hit or miss.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Heavy
Yeah.
Rain's the only good one, and that's going lightly.
It's a very hit or miss thing. I like two of his games that he's made. Heavy Rain and Integral Prophecy was pretty cool for what it was.
Yeah.
I kind of get what they're getting at with this video, like with this promotional video. It's kind of fucked up that it's a promotional video and not just part of the game, and like they couldn't show off something else because they're basically advertising this game based off like, hey, look at the different outcomes that you could get with child abuse, like saving the girl or having her killed, basically. It was kind of fucked up.
Wow.
I
That's
think
kind of how that Last of Us trailer felt too, honestly.
that's the thing. I actually didn't really
That
fully
didn't
see
even look
that.
like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Like
fully
you
see
didn't.
it.
If you were to plop somebody down and show them that trailer, you would not. That's just. I actually thought it was that stupid day, that other zombie game they've been promoting.
Days
recently.
Gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Days Gone.
Yeah, I thought that was that. I'm like, this isn't Last of Us.
It felt like some crazy torture porn thing, and it's like, oh, okay, there's mushroom monsters at the end. It must be Last of Us.
yeah,
Yeah.
like look, I get it, like matured shit and everything, but goddamn, I did not need to see a lady's arm being broken by a hammer.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, oh my god, because it
Cut
looked
her
too
wings
real.
and then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked too real. That's the problem I have with it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the actual trailer, but I've seen a lot of people like criticizing certain
It's
parts of
rough.
it. And the one thing I could think of was that they got to be like trying to play into like how rough they've been with like Walking Dead and a lot of the other zombie stuff that is out there, like trying to push it,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to mature it. Because how long ago did the other one come out?
2013.
So I'm guessing, yeah, 4 years. I'm guessing they're trying to like mature it with the audience a little bit because the original one was already for older people, but a lot of people younger got it. I'm not saying it's legitimately how they should go, but I would assume that's the reason they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But like literally, this is the second thing anyone has seen from this game, and it looks brutal. And Ellie's not even in it. Like, what does it have to do with the game?
Don't look like Last of Us at all.
No. And I heard some, like, I saw some stuff around the internet basically saying that this looks like it's like that lady that's being like strung up at the beginning, like that's Ellie's mom, and like they're like talking about her stomach, and like that's Ellie and her stomach. But then the mushroom monsters show up, so clearly it's not a prequel. It has to be after the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Even the name of it is Part 2. It sounds like it's going to be a sequel to it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like there could be flashbacks and stuff. I get
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
the,
sure.
the mushroom monsters go up, and they wouldn't be around until after the outbreak.
Yeah. Okay.
So this must be a current thing.
Hmm.
And maybe there's some new person that's pregnant, you know, with like a new Ellie character, like someone that has, you know, is also immune or whatever. And the Fireflies are trying to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel totally the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
if
was
that's what
such
they
a-
have to show, like that's what they ended the conference with. That's absurd. It's
Yeah,
so,
like it left me
depressing.
like, yeah, it was like, wow. Like it left me felt empty and just like I don't want to touch that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry. Like the game may be different, and it may tackle strong themes. I'm not against games tackling strong themes. Shit, I love Metal Gear Solid after all, but it's like, holy fuck, dude! You can't you again until they put that title card at the end. You couldn't tell anybody that was Last of Us.
Right.
There was no, and even then when the freaking clickers show up at the end, it's like they're like there for like a second, and then you hear the noise. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what? Like they should have honestly showed a gameplay. I'm pretty sure they have gameplay demonstration. They should have showed that and like how it works versus this, and save this for like a cinematic something at PSX in December or something. That's
Yeah.
not ending your conference.
Yeah.
Because they had their reveal trailer, which was great. And then the next thing they should show should be gameplay.
Yeah.
You don't need another reveal trailer. That looks totally different from the first trailer.
Now I'm just confused.
I think it's going to hurt the game,
I
honestly.
think that's what they were going for, though. I think that not hurting the game, obviously. I think more confusing is what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to shake things up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess like it almost seems like it was kind of like, okay, you have no idea what's going to happen. This is not going to just be some sequel like Uncharted. Oh, you're going to go on another adventure. That's what I think they were going for, and I mean, they hit the mark to an extent, but it sounds like they
I still wish the game wasn't
went
happening.
too far.
Last of Us doesn't need a sequel.
Yeah, Last of Us doesn't
Yeah.
need a sequel. It feels
No, it
wrong.
doesn't.
I mean, I think they're talking, and they are talking. Like we're talking about it right now, but not in a positive way. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not great.
Screw it. I'm just gonna replay Last of Us and relive Nightmare.
Yeah, I should replay that. That's a good game.
I got to go back and
That
finish
was
that. Yeah.
I don't own it anymore, so
It
whatever.
was the last great PS3 game.
I mean, it was. Yeah.
It's true.
All right. So that's Paris Games Week. I'm gonna sneeze in just a second, maybe.
Next day update.
So I'll move on. BlizzCon
All right.
started today as of this recording. So we're dating ourselves. But the main thing I think was cool that they announced was, well, for one, a new World of Warcraft expansion, but no one cares about that because no one plays World of Warcraft anymore.
Except for like maybe
Sorry.
10 million people, but whatever.
That was right there. I'm sorry.
Besides them, nobody plays it.
Right, only 10 million people. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They announced World of Warcraft Classic during the keynote, which I thought was kind of cool because for a while there was like some like unofficial vanilla servers happening, and they all got shut down, and it was like this huge deal. Everyone was like you're giving us this crappy new stuff, and we just want to play the original game. So basically, what they're doing is they're putting out Classic, which is basically like replicating the feel of the original World of Warcraft without necessarily like reverting it back to its launch state. So it's like, you know, all the modern conveniences of the game, but like without all of the like post cataclysm stuff that happened to the game. I don't know that much about it. I've never actually played it, but I have friends that do, so I kind of am familiar with it. But I just thought this was kind of cool. like them kind of trying to remedy the fact that they like screwed everyone over by getting rid of those vanilla servers. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about this right now, as far as the announcement. But it basically what they said is we want to reproduce the game experience that we all enjoyed from the original classic WoW without that launch experience. So it sounds like they're just trying to make a smooth transition back to the pre-Cataclysm, like World of Warcraft, while also having like the new expansion for people that don't want that original experience. So it's kind of, it's that nice experience of like having all those groups of people be happy. So you got to respect them a little bit for at least acknowledging the fact that some people aren't happy with the state of it now and doing something official to fix it.
Yeah, they talked about for a long time about vanilla servers, and people would actually make their own vanilla servers. I don't know if you talked about this while I stepped out.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm very disappointed you didn't crawl back up from the floor, Thomas.
Sorry, I have a door, so...
Dramatic entrances, baby.
Yeah, it's nice that they're serving a fan base. Like, I don't know how big that's going to be, but I don't know.
I did play a few hours of, I forget which Legacy series. I think it was either Elysium or Nostralis or something, one of them. But it was packed. So it was really packed server. So there's definitely a considerable amount of the player base out there that wants this classic WoW. So that's awesome that they're giving it to them. I just can't play WoW because I know I'm going to, as soon as I get into it, it's just going to be my life. So after I playing it for like 6-10 hours, I was like, okay, I've got a taste of it. Time to install it now.
Every time I played World of Warcraft, I was told, you're supposed to play on PvP servers. So I did, and I would just keep getting killed by people who ran by.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah,
like in that South Park episode.
It's supposed to they just get the noobs to play on PvP and then kill them over.
I like PvE, dang it. I don't care what anybody says.
I should have joined a role play server, because I think those might be fun. People role playing, yeah.
Ray used to play Warcraft, but we almost broke up because of it. So he hasn't done that for like 8 years.
Yeah, you guys have a story on your YouTube channel.
We do.
Yeah.
Fishing for Cookie.
That was a fun story.
Yep, there you
go. On YouTube. They almost broke up and funny. Not even a lie.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
All right. So there you go. There's your hot take of World of Warcraft. Quick aside here.
If Justin doesn't crawl back up from the floor, we should boot him from the call.
Quick aside here. We got Monster Hunter World. Beta is starting in December, and PlayStation 4 players get a special surprise, and that's the Horizon Zero Dawn outfit.
You get to play as the chick from Brave.
Yeah, she graduated from Brave, went into Horizon, and now she's in Monster Hunter.
What the fuck? I like the Disney crossover.
Yep, there you go. So yeah, just
I'm
a
actually
quick
kind of excited for that.
So am I, surprisingly. I really want to try out this Monster Hunter because it might be Justin brought a cat with him. And
Justin brings the
what was that?
Wherever he goes.
Where did Callie go?
I didn't know cats could do that. That's a skilled cat.
Okay,
Holy
now
crap.
he's just playing balloon tennis with his cat.
Oh, keep throwing it at me.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I think you're covering up that sentient cat.
That's definitely the cat.
What happened?
Talented cat.
That's the cat from Cats vs. Dogs or whatever it was.
He's one of a kind. He is not like anyone else.
I was saying I think the movie Cat was made after him.
Oh, I mean, it's only like 4, so.
That you know of.
Yeah, we were just talking about Monster Hunter World. Like, I might actually try out this this beta to see if I'm like interested in buying it or not, because it seems pretty cool. Yeah, I know.
I'll try this beta. Yeah, okay, yeah.
How dare you, son of a gun!
I mean, I care about you. I just don't care about the game.
I mean, it's probably gonna play exactly like Monster Hunter, just with a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, that's the thing. It might
that-
trick me into playing Monster Hunter, so that's the thing.
Like,
But I think this is the first major console release that
Yeah.
had online multiplayer, isn't it?
yeah, that's the big thing about it.
Right. Because like I
Yeah.
liked the 3DS one to an extent. I didn't play it that much because I wasn't around my brothers or cousin enough to play it really. But whenever we were around each other, we played it before I got rid of my DS. I just wasn't around enough to keep playing it.
Yeah.
But it was fun when we were around. So I'm gonna. Hopefully I'll have people to play this with, and I think I'll enjoy it if I have people to play it with. Otherwise, I don't really enjoy games too much anymore if I'm not playing with people.
I was saving this news story for when Justin got back. There's going to be a Mega Man inspired game, Super Mighty Power Man.
Yeah,
The
looks
title
awesome.
is awful.
It's a really bad
That rolls
title.
right off the
That
tongue.
is awful.
The title is so bad it makes me not
It
want
is
to buy the
bad.
game. despite
But guess
how it
what?
That's a
looks.
sci-fi movie.
The title is really bad, but the font and like the logo of it is actually kind of cool. I think. Anyway.
Yeah. It's basically the title is basically this is an offshoot Mega Man game.
Yeah.
Add forever to the end of that, and it sounds just as legitimate.
Power Man forever, the champion of the galaxy.
So what? It's Super Mighty Power Man? Because I tried to put that in, and I'm getting Power Ranger stuff.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Like, I was
Super
just hearing
Mighty
the Power
Power
Rangers
Man.
song theme song.
They're actually
Man,
wearing
Man.
Power Rangers outfits.
Yeah, Super Mighty Power
Yes,
Man.
they
Yeah.
are.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, baby.
It's morphin' time.
Yeah, like it's another game where like you defeat bosses, you get their powers, you go through levels. Like
Mhm.
Oh, it's Cuphead.
It's Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Hey.
It's
I
not
don't know, Mighty
Cup-
Gunvolt Burst is a little different at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
I think I'll just play Mega Man X for the millionth time.
I was gonna say, isn't X like the best Mega Man series that's existed?
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
because Zero.
It was
That's
like,
debatable, but yeah, you know.
I mean, in general, that's a general consensus. I mean,
Yeah, control wise, yeah, because the classic controls like ass.
Yeah, that wall jump or wall climb, whatever.
wall jump and
yeah.
wall
Jump.
dash and everything. It was-
Dashes. I like
So
that.
more Mega Man stuff that's coming. For those of you that were
Yeah,
It's
starting
better,
a Kickstarter.
it's better than
That
nothing.
series whose
Add
batteries
that
just
to-
die.
Just
Add
play
that to the pile of
20XX.
Mega Man clones. At least it looks good.
Just play 20XX. That's all you need.
Yes, agreed.
That's a procedurally generated game, though. This is actually like a Mega Man inspired like
it's
adventure game.
handcrafted levels, just like
Yeah,
your mama
exactly.
used to make.
Good point.
Yes,
Not
my
my
mom
mama.
used to make handcrafted Mega Man games. It's true.
Every day.
Uh,
She put them in my lunch.
Twice on Tuesdays.
okay.
No, is that a wearable helmet behind you?
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
What?
That's like the only thing I don't have. I've got.
A wearable helmet.
My Stormtrooper
Show.
helmet.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Lo, put it
Darth
on.
Vader
Lo,
and
Lo,
Kylo
put
Ren.
the helmet
Put
on.
it on. Put
Oh,
it
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Is a stormtrooper.
All right.
Put it on and then take it off. Ow.
There we go. Getting
slowly.
spicy up in here.
Wait, hold on. I gotta take off my glasses. I might not.
Oh no, oh, it
Here we
fits.
go.
It fits. Awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That's nice.
After
That
the
is
Death Star,
great.
doing
This is
podcast.
literally just going to be a video cast.
We keep doing what-
Sorry,
but I keep
listeners.
releasing them.
Audio listeners don't understand.
Oh shit.
We got Vader.
All right.
Oh my god.
I don't have a good segue here, so let's just pour one out for Runic Games.
Yeah.
Almost.
So for those of you that don't know, Runic Games made Torchlight 2, and Hob. And this today they actually
Hob literally just came out like
yeah,
last
Hob-
month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And basically they're ending their studio. They got shut down, I believe.
This is part of a larger thing. I
Yeah.
don't remember who the parent company is.
I
There's
feel
another
like I
company
wanna
that got
say
closed
EA.
also.
But I don't know.
Mm.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It is a larger thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect World.
Yeah, Perfect World
Perfect World
Entertainment.
Company. They closed like 3 other studios at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Because they also just closed like a few days ago. Closed. I can't find it.
Torchlight was actually one of the first games, if not the first game I reviewed back in 2009. It was for Terminal Gamer, but now they're called Obsolete Gamer. So if you Google my
That's not a good
name
name.
and Torchlight, you can find the review, and I posted it. And
Nice.
like I was 19 at the time, so like it might not be a great review, but it's still one of those things that just goes like it's in my past, and I just like I associate Torchlight with like where I came from, like building on working in games industry.
Motiga. That's the other one they closed.
Yeah, there you go.
They made Gigantic, the MOBA.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that game just came out too, like fairly recently. Gigantic.
I've
Not long
heard
ago.
Gigantic around, but I'm not
recently-ish.
into MOBAs.
They were kind of in limbo for a while because they didn't have any funding and whatnot, and then
Yeah.
it was like almost not going to come out, and then it did come out, and then now this.
Yeah.
That sucks. It sucks a lot.
I want to
Yeah.
play Hob. I heard Hob is pretty I heard it's like a really good game. Like it's like a Zelda light or a Zelda like type game.
Yeah, it's one of those like there's very little dialogue, if any,
Mm-hmm.
and all of it's like context clues, which
Yeah.
is really nice. I like those.
Yeah, it's real simple. Heavy on
Yeah, I
gameplay.
saw that Runic put out a statement basically saying that like the Perfect World company, like their studio execs are all about profitability, so they've been closing companies the studios that aren't profitable. It's a shame that they took the hit,
Yeah.
but they're basically like
Yeah.
they're a business, they can do what they want. We hate the decision they made, but it's their right to make it. There's nothing we can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like it was solely a profitability situation,
Yeah.
which is
Sucks.
unfortunate because a lot of times profitability gets in the way of creativity. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yep.
it killed two studios that apparently weren't making enough money for them.
Yeah. All right. I wonder if they made a Torchlight 3 that would actually stop them from being closed down. but-
Torchlight 2 wasn't the like a huge thing. I think they expected it to be.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think it was either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh well. Hope those
because
guys
it came out before Diablo 3, and a lot of people like because or it came out around Diablo 3, and once Diablo 3
Yeah.
fixed itself,
Yeah.
people dropped off Torchlight 2.
Mm-hmm. I hope those guys land on their feet and end up somewhere else.
I do too.
Yeah.
They're good
Agreed.
people. They make good games.
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
I plan to check up on Hob after I get back from honeymoon and stuff.
Same. I'm looking to see if I can get it on sale at some point.
Honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put this news story in here, but I kind of just wanted to give it a proper like look at or observe. Was that the ESA kind of came out in favor of the new tax plan in America? I don't know if you guys heard about this.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nuh-uh.
So,
Maybe.
Nope.
I like all of you guys are Americans, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and so you guys
They don't
never heard
give us
about this
news.
tax plan.
In name only.
They don't give us information.
But anyways, they
Giving
came out with
away
this
my
new. The
location.
Republicans came out with a new tax plan that like kind of just basically was trickle down economics, and they've kind of proven
Oh yeah,
that like
I've heard
doesn't,
about that.
yeah, that doesn't really work.
Right.
But
Heard that.
but the ESA, the Electronic Software Association, came out and like put out a statement saying, "Oh yeah, we're 100% behind this," and a lot of developers came out and saying, "Hell no, this is awful for developers and like people that work in the industry." Even like
Yeah,
Tim
it's awful
Schafer.
for anyone that isn't rich.
Yeah, exactly. And even
Yeah.
Tim Schafer, who's like a CEO of like a really big or I guess he's still indie, but still he's like a CEO of a game development company. And he even said like this is awful. And I kind of just wanted to like put this out there in case you guys had anything else to say about it. But I guess not. Cuz
Trump's America is a terrible place to live. Let's move on.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Especially if you speak Spanish.
There you go. So yeah, I kind of just want to mention that because that actually is pretty big news for American like politics and economics and gaming, that the ESA would come out and say something positive.
What a
about it.
surprise! The Republicans screwing over most of America. What a surprise!
Oh yeah, so new.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into
Vote, damn it! Vote.
Vote for someone else.
Yeah, seriously.
Like now, just do it. Forget the fact that there's no election. Just go do something.
Well, there are two
people-
elections in two
There's Senate
states
stuff
Tuesday,
coming up.
so.
We can make some change.
I don't blame the people that voted for Hillary or Trump. I blame the people that voted for Harambe. Like,
Yeah.
like,
There's
you,
like
like
2,000
really
people
made a
that did that.
statement by vote, huh?
Yeah.
Yup.
Haha,
There were like
we're
10,
so
20,
funny.
20,000
honey,
people
and
voted for
memes.
Harambe.
Yeah.
How are there 20,000 people that
That's what 20,000.
stupid?
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. 20,000 people that stupid that they thought
Because-
that was going to actually make a difference.
Because
Memes.
some men just want to see the world burn.
It's just,
Yeah,
I
the
believe-
next president of the United States
You are
is a
purveyor of
dead
memes
gorilla.
on the
It
internet.
wasn't, yeah, it wasn't even a live meme anymore. It was a dead meme already by the time they did that.
Literally.
it was a dead meme
Yeah,
when
a
it came
dead
out.
meme.
Literally.
Remember, make Harambe great again.
Oh,
2016,
Make Harambe dead still.
28.
Mhm.
that's dumb.
I'm surprised we don't have undead zombie Harambe yet in a game. I'm surprised, especially with Halloween and
What are we
everything. It's
doing,
like-
Left 4 Dead?
Somebody-
They have the
listening.
stuff
There is
Harambe.
a Left 4 Dead mod for that. I can almost guarantee it.
Probably.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Some kind
Yeah.
of
I'm
mod.
sure
Zombie
something-
Harambe.
I'm sure there's a game on Steam for $1, something like Kill Harambe.
I remember there was this one fighting game. It was Harambe versus the World. It was like made in an engine, I think it was. It looked absolutely stupid, but it
Oh my
was
god.
entertaining. Like I just watched a little trailer. I was like, wow, like who did this?
HarambeGame.com.
Mhm.
Is that a thing?
Is that-
Is
leads-
it?
HarambeGame.com leads you to Game of Thrones Conquest Gold Generator.
What?
What?
So it's just somebody that's like clickbaiting a whole bunch of different stuff every time they feel
Oh
like
my
changing it to
gosh.
something else clickbaitable.
Oh, that's funny.
Kudos.
Craziness.
Harambe versus Capcom.
That was it. I think that was it.
There you
Harambe
go.
versus Capcom. Yeah.
Harambe Simulator.
Is that like SNK versus Capcom,
Oh
where they
my
just have a
God.
bunch of dead memes on one side and then Capcom
I don't want to
characters on
click
the
on it
other?
because I don't want to get a virus.
It's a fighting game. All right. One of the last news stories, not the last, but the second to last. GameStop is including a Power Pass program that lets you basically rent games for $60 every 6 months. You can go into a GameStop, get a used game, play it for as long as you want, bring it back, and get a new one.
The GameStop,
Every 6 months?
Yeah.
Blockbuster called. They want their idea back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So pretty much the same
basically,
thing that the
GameStop
employees
is
get.
now cashing in on an idea that died 5 years ago.
I don't know if Lowe saw this. I don't know if you saw this or not, but Rich Review Tech USA talked about that yesterday in a video.
I haven't
And,
seen it yet. No.
He made it. He made the point that it looks like what they're doing is they're trying to like GameStop, Blockbuster rather. They specialized in video rentals with that as a side thing, but GameStop they're focusing on selling game-related merch
Yeah.
and games and consoles. So when they bring you in for those rentals, it's entirely easy to market things to you that are going to be more interesting. Like if you walked into Blockbuster when they were still open to rent a game, you're not necessarily going to be drawn to, oh, this movie looks great, I'm going to go grab, because that's not what you're there for. You're not there for the movie if you're there to rent a game. But it's much easier to attract a gamer to game-related stuff if you're dragging them there for the rentals. So it's not as dumb as it sounds initially
Yeah.
when you break it down into all the different things that are related to it. It's not a brilliant plan, but what else do they really have?
I mean, honestly, like, I make fun of it because it does sound like a Blockbuster rental thing, but it's really not. Like, it is kind of a brilliant idea. Because for one, it's $60 for 6 months. And granted, it's only for Power Up Rewards members, so you have to be one of those members, which is like
Another $15.
For a year, though.
right?
A year.
For the year, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
let's
still another
say, like-
$15 on top of the 60.
Right. But that's basically
So
$125 a month, or a year, sorry,
Right.
to be part of this rental program. And at the end of 6 months, like each 6 months, you can own one of those games.
Mhm.
Because it says the best part might be that when 6 months are up, you get to choose a pre-owned game to keep.
That's
So
pretty
this is a
cool.
good way to get rid of their back catalog of pre-owned games.
And think about how so far they haven't released any information about at least as of yesterday, as far as I know, they haven't released any information about like, oh well, it's only going to be for pre-owned games valued under $35 or under $20.
It's any of them. It's any of that are on store shelves.
So
Yeah.
Would you like Madden 2015? Would you like Madden 2017?
But think about how many people, for instance, today Call of Duty World War II came out.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of people that are going to not be happy with it, take it, and return it tomorrow.
True. Yeah.
But they can't sell that as a new game because it's a return. It's going to still go in as a used game, which means that tomorrow, if somebody had that plan, they'd be able to go rent a $60 game.
Yeah.
Well, the
days
program
after
doesn't start till
release.
November 19th, but I see your point.
Yeah, we're just doing it
exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
So November
They're going to
20th.
have some kind of clause that new games won't be eligible till X amount of time.
And it's the thing is, so far as I know, there hasn't
Eventually.
been anything about that
Yeah.
detail. But if they don't
The
make that
guarantee right
distinction,
now, there's copies of like Destiny 2, Mario Odyssey, games like that
Oh, yeah,
on
for
shelves
sure.
right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be eligible
yeah.
for this plan.
Absolutely.
any single player game, Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever, you you rent that game, you would have to still buy the DLC. If you wanted to play the DLC, you could rent the game and then get the game and then rent the game again and buy the DLC. Then you only paid the $60 minus whatever else or what other games you got.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so let's say you
there's
rent
a lot
3
of
games that
potential.
period and keep 1. A lot of those games are probably going to be between like $40 to $50 for the rental, or sorry, for the pre-owned purchase price.
Yeah.
If you play 3 of those games and then own 1 at the end, you've probably gotten like $100 worth of games in that $60 a month or $60 per 6-month period.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. If
It
this
sounds dumb though, because like game rentals are over. That's not a thing that exists anymore, except GameFly, which uses GameFly.
Or Redbox for the people who do that.
True, Redbox is kind of a scam, but as far as that's concerned, at least.
And I think GameStop has the most legitimate setup to be able to make that move, though.
Yeah, they do.
Compared to like GameFly and all those other rental sites, I mean, like realistically, I think GameStop's the way they're organized and how like spread out they are across the countries and everything, like, just
and all the
they have the
other
most
things that they can upsell you on, like all the Funko
Yeah.
Pops that you can buy.
Or you're
Pre-orders.
like me and you walk in no headphones on, you don't listen to the clerk trying to sell you all the pre-order games, and you just go, I'll just buy this. I'm out. Bye.
Oh, they never talk me into anything.
No.
But
Yeah.
but I walk in and I do see like I saw a couple of hats. Like I wear hats all the time now again.
Yeah, same
Um,
here.
And so I walk in
You're
and
not
I
wearing a
see
hat.
like a Deadpool hat I really like, and I'm like,
There we
"Oh,
go.
that's a nice hat. I'm really tempted. No, I don't have the money for that, and I turn it down. But a lot of people, they're just like if they have the spare cash, they're like, you know what? I'm here to spend some money. I'm gonna spend some money. I'll buy the hat. What's that amiibo over there? Never heard of it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
It looks kind of nice.
Yeah, usually I just go in there to look, but sometimes I'll grab like the little blind box, like Zelda creatures, or like a pop figure if there's something that I've been looking for, and it's like, oh, they've got it.
Yeah.
But no one else has had it. Like things like that. But I regularly buy games there because I'll always get them pre-ordered on Amazon for cheaper.
Yeah.
20% off, baby.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
I only got
10%
Call of
off
Duty there
now.
because there was a sale going on with the power up rewards at the store we were at anyway.
Mm.
So I
I don't have that
'cause
anymore.
I still get the email for it. I only have it because my wife buys a lot of games because she plays the PS4.
That's fair.
Mm.
I didn't do it for Mario because I needed it like at midnight so I could, I'd have it for the trip instead of having it shipped and like it probably not showing up on time.
Yeah.
But usually I do pre-order things for Amazon. I don't worry about anywhere else.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like,
But
if this
I still
was
like going to GameStop.
if this was available in in Canada where I live, I would be down for this like 100% because I buy a shit ton of games. I like out of all of us here, I probably buy the most games day one. That's the reason why I went with Amazon because they had that 20% off deal and it was like $50, and that's like compared to $90 full price here, that's insane. Like.
It's insane. It's not expensive anyway.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't said anything about EB Games getting the same thing, even though it's the same company.
Yeah, it's just up in the air like right now. Like who knows? Maybe they'll bring it here, maybe they won't. Who knows?
So
But
they might
I
just
would
do
be
it for
super
GameStop.
down for this thing if it came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like that kind of thing is the reason I got this really cool like Venom
Nice.
Disney heroes.
Oh yeah, I
or
have a lot of
whatever.
those.
Oh, yeah.
Like Disney
I
Infinity
never-
isn't really a thing anymore, but I still like the figures. They're really
I never
nice.
even played it.
They're
But I saw
really
this
well
figure
made.
and it was on sale. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up because I really like the figure and I love Venom as a character.
I'd probably buy
Yep.
way more
And I don't usually
amiibos
do
if
that,
I was
but
in a
once in a while it
GameStop. I got this hat because I was in a GameStop once. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in there that I would buy. But I just don't like going into a
I have
store.
a wall of pops because I was in a GameStop.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
thought all mine
I will
was
take
free on
all of
Amazon.
the pop figures, please.
I don't want to come back. Just put them in my car. Let's go.
Box. Just give me a box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think this would be cool.
Vegeta.
There you go.
Yeah.
It sounds dumb, but yeah, I think it'll be cool too.
Now, can you return it
It's
to
also
like
interesting.
any GameStop? Like, do you have to return the game that you got from the GameStop that you got it from?
No.
I don't know. But the thing is
That
that
would
you do
be
have to go
dumb.
into a GameStop to like a physical store. You can't do it through online.
Yeah.
Which there's something to say to that. Like, I've always enjoyed that back when like Blockbusters were open, just going into a Blockbusters and looking what they had, knowing that you can take anything home and being like, I can play this today. Like right now, instead of having to wait.
Stealing?
You don't know what I do in my spare time. Stop. No, but seriously, like the other places like GameFly, you have to wait for them in order to be delivered for you. Like, I'll have a weekend off, and it's like, all right, I need this game, and I won't get the game until like Saturday night, and like, oh, there goes the
Right.
weekend.
Mhm.
So
There's so many times like a game comes out and it's like, I really want to play this, but I don't want to leave, and I'll just buy it digitally.
Wow.
Like it's not something I
got
would
some
have gone
lazy
out and
humans around
bought,
me.
like pre-ordered or something. But it's like, man, I have the money and I'm really tempted to play this, and I'll just download it, and like within 3 hours I'll be playing it. But like, personally, I don't think I would use this. Like, I would
I wouldn't
go
either.
into a store, check what pre-orders they have, or check what pre-owns they have, in hopes that it would be one that I like, and then get it. But I like that it's being offered for
Yeah.
people that just like go to GameStop regularly and check their stock, and would just get something that they might not have gotten otherwise. Because people need to play more games. Like, they need to get out of the yearly cycle of Madden and Call of Duty and all that stuff. Like, try things you wouldn't normally try. And if you can play whatever you want to play for the same price every 6 months, you'll play so many more games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I used to do a lot when I used to go to GameStop and whatnot, the first thing I would hit was the bargain bin because I would always see, okay, let's see what's cheap, what game haven't I played yet? Oh, this looks cool.
what's
Oh,
under
cool.
$2?
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good point that it'll get people to branch out more and play other games because it's all under that $60 a year thing anyway. So they can
Yeah.
kind of go and just grab some. If they don't like it, bring it back. Get
Like, if
something
you're
else.
paying that either way and you don't have a game you're renting out at that moment, what's hurting you to try it for a day and then come back?
I didn't
Right.
have
It's
a
just
lot of
one
money.
game at a time, right? Is it just one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot of money when I started playing games. So once we started playing games, I could actually trade games in. I would buy like one full price game, and then all year I would go and trade that game in to get other games because I had no money to spend.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
somebody that's dealt with that, yeah, that was my entire console gaming hood.
Yep.
Like, I went to PC, and then I was broke again, even though I had more money then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but essentially the cost of a fully priced game for 6 months would get you any pre-owned game that's in the store.
Yeah.
Unless you have multiple GameStops around you. So you could like check one. It's like, oh no, the game I want isn't here. Go to the next one. The game I want isn't here. Go to the next one. Oh, there it is. Like, even if it's not, there's something you would find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mall near me has 3. 1 in the mall and 2
Wow.
on opposite ends of the mall.
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And they're all busy all the time.
Wow.
So
And then I have another mall down the street that has 2 of them. So, that's Jersey.
We
I have
have
3 around
knows.
here,
Jake knows.
not like within a walk of each other, but they're all like around town.
we have 2
My
within
skateboard
our
is
town,
off by
and
one.
one of them had to get shut down because it wasn't that busy. Like, it's not like
Oh no.
yeah. And our town is growing exponentially. Like, it's getting huge now. So I don't know if it would support it or not. Yeah, I would be super into this cool thing.
oh yeah.
almost.
I'm kind of surprised we're talking about this topic for so long.
Yeah, I know. But like
Yeah,
you know, like
interesting.
we're all like looking for a deal. We're all like we don't have like $100 every month to spend on games.
Yeah, we're all broke, basically.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Very
So,
much.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
Aw.
Ben's got a crown on right now.
Glances at his No Play Chronicles new edition.
He's fancy.
I'm not a manager.
I thought you were a manager.
I just have a side gig that gives me extra cash.
I wonder
Oh
what
right,
his
he's a drug
sidekick
dealer. I
is.
forgot.
Ben just has a Scrooge McDuck money bin that he goes swimming in after every.
Oh, totally.
podcast.
Ben's a pimp.
He deals with
Called being a
meth.
hooker.
Yeah.
He's the Texas pimp.
Everyone in Austin knows his name.
That's why he doesn't want his face shown. He doesn't want people to know that he's a pimp.
All right. Moving on to the last news topic of today.
Mhm.
PUBG. I know at least 4 of us here have played that game.
Yeah, the game that looks jank.
Never heard.
What
of
is
it.
it? I don't know this PUBG game.
Is it
I
anything?
actually think this
PUBG.
is the first time we mentioned it in this podcast.
Is it anything like Fortnite Battle Royale?
I haven't played it in weeks, to be fair. We already
What
made
about
that joke,
Puck
Lo.
Puppies, right?
I haven't played it in maybe a couple. Well, no, me and Lo played it a couple weeks ago.
We played it. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
But yeah, it's like
It's
you
still
know,
jank. I still love it.
yeah.
Awesome. I actually had one of my
Hey,
friends ask me to
so
play it
maybe
tonight. I was
less
like, no,
jank.
I got business.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, the news here today is that they're planning to go 1.0 in December. With their new map, the desert map that they've been showing off for a while. Vaulting is coming soon. They actually delayed it on their test server this past week, but it's coming. They said it's coming soon. Yeah. So it's coming 1.0 on the PC at least this December.
As soon as they release that map, gaming is going to jump a lot for that.
Stop.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what's
Zoom, though.
happening.
Audio listeners don't understand. Video listeners
Hey.
are super annoyed.
People enjoy it when I do zooms on my videos, so you never know.
I swear I'm not drunk.
Of that bottle is gone now.
It took us
Uh,
too long to get to this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to say though, the whole
Is this the point
digital...
in the podcast where we get existential?
I don't know. Is it? Are we?
Find out.
Are
What do
we?
you guys think about life?
What are we?
My life is pretty good. I got a good job,
Yeah.
making some money.
I'm severely
as far,
handicapped. That's what
as
I am.
far as far as vaulting, I'll believe it when I freaking see it.
Yeah.
I'll believe it the second I'm vaulting over that wall. To
Once you
like,
jump out a window and like shoot
Dude, I'll
some
vault
guys.
over my desk right now.
Oh,
No,
Jake's
do it.
actually gonna do it. Hang on.
Do it.
Yeah, the way my
Your
desk is
camera
set up,
and
I'll just
do
give
it.
the crotch shot to the camera.
De-pants and vault immediately.
How do you know that's not what the people want?
Okay, Justin. Now that you said that, once they add vaulting, we need to do that. Deep pants,
Yeah.
take our pants off, and just start vaulting.
Vault. Turn the camera in a certain direction, so you just crotch over the window.
Oh,
Wow.
It'll be a great intimidation tactic.
Yep.
Those guys are vaulting with no pants. I'm not down.
Somebody will go to shoot you as you're running around a corner. They watch you take your pants off. What is he doing? He vaulted over.
How does the spider not
He
get
vaulted
stuck
over
on
and
the
put his pants
glass?
back on. Why did he do that? It's flexibility, man. Have you not seen Sunny in Philadelphia?
What did you call that?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
There's an episode.
It's
Yeah.
always sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay, most people in Jersey and Philly call it sunny.
Because it's not always sunny.
I mean, that's just the shorthand
not.
of it.
Oh man.
I'd call it Sunny.
All right. I've never watched more than like 10 minutes of an episode. So.
The first season
I don't enjoy that
is
show.
pretty good.
Oh man.
How dare
The
you?
first season is pretty good.
It's not funny to me. I don't know. I
I
don't
binged.
get the appeal.
So my
You just don't
experience
get
of this show was that I was just like browsing through channels, and all of a sudden they had a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia marathon happening, and I sat there for like 12 hours like a lump, just watching episode after episode.
Shit, awful people.
Basically, the joke is you're the worst people on the planet, and somehow they manage to avoid getting arrested every episode.
Yeah,
That's
Right, that's
basically
how
what
it
it
sounds
comes
to
down
me.
to.
it's
And
kind
there's a lot of there's a lot of
appeals-
references to like Philly life and things like that. Like there's a lot of references to like specifically local stores and chains and things like Wawa. In the first season, there was a lot of references to Wawa, and they stopped that after the first season for some reason. But Wawa was originally at that point only in like Philly, Jersey, and parts of Virginia or something like that. And that was like so like there was a lot of local jokes.
The appeal to me is that it's like Seinfeld, and I know a lot of people have turned on Seinfeld over these past few years.
Don't like that either.
Yeah, exactly. I love Seinfeld. I'm a Seinfeld fan. I own all the seasons on DVD. So that like it fills that void for me of Seinfeld. And yeah,
All right.
Personally, Seinfeld always felt like a stupid like a show with stupid humor that takes itself seriously,
yeah,
and that never really works for me.
Yeah.
Like I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine because it's stupid, but it
Yes, Brooklyn
embraces
Nine-Nine.
it. It embraces that it's stupid. It knows it's
so good.
stupid. It tells a real like actual stories and stuff, but it's not like Law and Order, but with dumb jokes. It's dumb jokes that know they're dumb, and they kind of just embrace like they'll acknowledge that yeah, this was stupid. Why did we do this?
Yeah.
no,
But
something
it still
I,
has heart.
something I need to
Yeah.
watch is that Larry David TV show.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
I need to watch that. I haven't seen that.
I like that far better than Seinfeld.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
a lot
a much
of people.
better show than Seinfeld.
That's what I've heard
Mostly
from a
because
ton of
he,
people.
like, again, it's kind of like with Sonny. The joke, a lot of the joke is he's a bad person because of him being so just the way he is. He's kind of
He's
bad.
Larry David is awkward as fuck.
Yeah, awkward.
Yeah.
And
See, I think I just don't like shows about bad people. I don't enjoy that.
That
Like, if
sounds
they're
reasonable.
redeemable, that's one thing. But if they're just bad and stay bad, it's
Alright,
not
I
funny.
get that.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the
Just
jokes in
watch-
Sonny is that they're bad, but they're not just bad to the other people. Like a lot of it is like in bad, like they're bad to each other in their friend group, and for some reason they still remain like they'll do some
Yeah.
horrible stuff to each other, but somehow at the end of the episode they're like, oh yeah, it's cool, and everybody else in the episode and everybody else that's not part of the friend group just like will like try suing them and all this other stuff because they're like, how are you okay with this?
I feel like in these shows people hate themselves as much as they hate each other. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like appeals to me because I hate myself a lot.
See, like, I'm kind of the opposite. Like, that's
So
sad,
this
by
is
the
the
way.
part where we get into then.
This got really
We
real.
need to self-deprecating
I
first.
hate you.
But I'm still gonna continue what I was saying.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of the opposite for me because, like, if I want to see someone that's just a dick all the time, I just look in a mirror. Like, I don't need to watch a show for that.
Oh my
Uh,
Like,
This
I want to
is
watch a
true.
show about people that are better, so I can like maybe think that maybe I can be better. But then I never am because I'm still a dick. So it's fine.
Baby.
Wow.
I like how the baby.
this is great.
Wishful thinking, you know.
I like to think there's better people in the world than I am.
Right, exactly. I was like, man, they're so good. I could be that.
Or
I'm
not.
not.
But I
won't.
maybe tomorrow. Nah.
Yeah,
It's too much fun being as I am. I'm not gonna change.
Just
exactly.
listen to that Dennis Leary song. I'm an asshole. That's all good.
Yeah.
Change is hard.
Jack Films did a video about that about YouTubers. We're just a bunch of a-holes talking to a camera.
But no, hot take: Jerry Seinfeld is not funny.
No.
I like it.
Yeah,
Like
never-
Larry David was the main reason Seinfeld was successful. Jerry Seinfeld's like stand-up is not funny.
A lot of people
He's
have
weird.
turned on Jerry Seinfeld. Like he has a new comedy special or something on.
Which
on
he's doing
Netflix.
all his old jokes, which
Yeah.
means he's never been funny.
Huh. That's interesting that he's doing old material instead of new
Yeah.
material.
That's the point. It's like I think that's his point. Is he's doing old material to show how not funny it was.
Hmm.
But if that's his new bit to riff on his old material, he's still not funny.
That sucks. Because I did like his old material. I like Googled and like I was in a huge like stand-up phase. Like Carlin was my favorite thing ever. But yeah, I liked Seinfeld's old stuff. I actually can't think of anything off the top of my head right now because I can't think. but
I can't either.
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, I liked it.
How much of that 40 is gone now?
That
It was
40's
funny.
gone.
I
I
don't
already
remember
took a
what
shot
parts,
of
but it was
tequila.
funny.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah. Video games.
Yeah, video games.
Segway.
Come on, do it. Do it. Naturally transition. Naturally
Segway.
Do it. Naturally transition.
Oh my god.
PUBG. It's a good game, I guess.
Oh, right. That's what I'm talking about.
It's fine. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It's
a-
okay.
yeah.
I love
A
it.
comprehensive review by Thomas.
We might have to get back into that again this weekend. Now that I don't have school and stuff to worry about.
I
Like, there's
think-
still wedding prep.
I'm personally waiting for new
Waiting
stuff to come for PUBG. I'm kind of done with it right now, just
Yeah, I
considering
want
like
PUBG to come too.
But also, it's been a while. So,
yeah, like just playing it with Lo over like maybe the past weekend or so. Like I played that game to death. I put 90 hours or 83 hours into it or something like that. And
literally to death.
I put a
multiple
lot
times.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's still a good game.
What
I
the-
think. People are getting drunk and knocking over beer bottles. It's fine.
What was that?
Schmack.
Is that Iggy?
What do you mean?
No, Ben's not drinking.
No, I think that was Jake, but
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell because his camera is zoomed in too close.
let's take a look at Jake real quick here.
There you go.
No, you.
Oh my
okay,
God.
Fine.
I can't zoom in, so I just gotta lean.
Yeah.
That's better. I don't know why. I
no.
don't know why it doesn't glitchy thing.
There we
It's
go.
weird.
That's the lovely face we all love.
Oh wow.
It's so great
I
that you
wanna
have a picture
superimpose that
with
face
you.
onto the sun.
And we make good
Listen.
podcasts.
Yes, we do.
Can that be our
This is a
thumbnail?
note near the end of the
That's gotta go in the
podcast.
thumbnail,
Everybody,
yeah.
Don't watch this. Don't
Yeah,
listen to it. Just watch it.
All right. Yeah.
To be
that's
fair, I'm not
last
gonna
week.
have a lot of time to make a thumbnail, so I could just do Jake's face. That's fine.
Yeah, you should follow that.
Yes.
To my face.
Jake's
with,
face
watch it,
and
don't listen to it
Thomas's
over it.
giant 40.
The
Oh, I
giant
thought you had
corgi.
corgi. I was like, Thomas is a giant corgi?
I wish I had a giant corgi. Are you
40.
kidding?
Yeah, giant corgis are awesome.
They're so cute.
It's true. Like, any corgis are cute, but giant corgis are even cuter.
You can't name it Clifford, so is it Rufus or something? Let's all take turns naming Thomas's mythological corgi.
Samson.
Lester.
Arnold.
40. 40 the corgi.
He weighs 40 pounds. He's a
Latrell
really big
Jenkins.
corgi.
Specific nature of that was perfect.
I think
This is
we
a show that never ends.
Yeah, right.
I love lamb chop.
Is
Rest in
lamb
peace,
chop?
Sherry
That was
Lewis.
the
Yep.
other
Lamb chop.
yeah.
Lamb chop?
Thomas, this is getting out of control. You need to get this under control. Come on, Thomas. You need to get this under control.
Oh my God.
Something about control. I couldn't really understand that. I think we're good for
I think-
tonight.
I think we've officially derailed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
One
think
rail.
this-
Before? Thank you.
We never found the rail.
I hope everyone out there is having a great time listening and watching. I hope Justin had a great time hanging out with all of us, doing his
Yay,
online
Justin's
bachelor
getting
party
married.
thing.
It's nice to be back for the, for this time at least. I won't be back for a few weeks, but
Yeah.
still.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been great. I really enjoyed having all of you here.
Yeah.
We had some good
We need to
laughs.
have 7 people on the show more often.
And all of us drinking except for one.
Yup.
Pretty small little group for.
We
Dave
can't
has
see
been
him. He
noticeably
could be
quiet.
doing heroin for all we know.
He is a pimp.
Just go
Yeah.
straight to the hard stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Straight to the hard stuff.
Gotta run before you can crawl.
Ben, are you there?
I'm here.
Are you having
No,
fun?
he's high on heroin.
He doesn't enjoy the memes.
He was in mid snort. He had to wait.
Yeah.
You had a good time, Ben?
I mean, I'm sober, so yeah.
He's okay.
It sucks being one of the one sober guy
I'm
amongst the
different, I'm not
party,
sober.
you know? Like, I've been there
He's the guy that has
before.
to take all the drunk people home.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want
if
you
you're that,
puking
I'll
in my
leave ya.
car. Get out.
Get the fuck out of my... I never said I'd drive you. Get out.
Ben has the bus.
Buy y'all a bus pass. Good luck.
Yeah.
Designated bus.
We can take the Greyhound. They're reliable.
Yeah.
On at least the second bus.
Ah,
Good God.
Oh boy.
all
Oh my
right.
god.
I'm gonna start left to right on my view cam here, my Google Hangout. So Elvia, where can the people find you?
Yes. Not at church on Sundays. No, I'm kidding.
But are you?
Me either.
I've had too much to drink. Okay. Okay, so we're on Fishing for Cookie, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch and Twitter. Twitter is different because instead of FOR in 4, it's the number 4 because we don't have enough letters, I guess. But Fishing for Cookie on everything. And it's me and Ray whenever we get a chance to do uploads and shit.
All right, cool. Jake, where can the lovely people out there who have listened through all of this find you?
Under his
Find
desk.
your zoomed in face.
At Internet Unwind on Twitter and
You have a
and
mug?
YouTube. Yes, I have a
Show
mug.
it again.
We gotta get
I
a
have
shot
a
glass
mug.
and a mug. This
Yeah.
shot
I will
glass has to
eventually
be a
make
thing.
some funny memes of merch, but But yeah, I'm on YouTube and Twitter as Internet Unwind at Internet Unwind. I also have a gaming channel, Gaming Unwind, but I don't really use it much right now. I might eventually, but I'm not sure. But right now, I post I just make random videos like reactions and roast content basically. On YouTube and a couple other places, but I enjoy having fun conversations on Twitter. So hit me
Yay.
up.
Nice. Justin, where can the people find you?
I am at Zero Score on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, VidMe whenever I get around to actually uploading stuff there again. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I'm gonna have some stuff. Just a quick
That's
plug.
our score.
On. I am plugging right now.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna have some stuff going up while I'm gone. Final Fantasy 6 is over as of this recording. It is as of this going out. Sorry, not as this recording. Words. Over. So I'm gonna have some stuff up in the meantime. Specifically, like during the period when this comes out, the first part of my Nintendo DS underrated list will go up. A few of you on this recording have seen it, but I think it's a lot of fun. And then part 2 will go up I think the week of Thanksgiving, and then basically it'll be like videos every 2 weeks or so. I'm working on the GameCube list right now. Again, underrated games. I've got a few other ideas. I've still got to actually like record and stuff. Getting married takes up time. But whenever I get back, I'm going to get back to recording that stuff. Metal Blade may or may not pop up at some point in these recordings.
Only a slight hint there, just very little.
Yeah, exactly. Totally not a giveaway at all or anything.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that stuff. I'm kind of glad like the weekly stuff is over for a little while, so I have some time to focus on some other things for a bit until everyone gets me their Final Fantasy 9 lines. Hint, hint to those of you that haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, that's the
Which
thing.
is
Who are you talking of?
4 of you on this recording.
Huh?
So yeah.
I think I'm gonna crawl under my desk.
And she's gone.
Yep. Yeah,
She
that's
just
all I got.
passed out on the floor. That's all.
I'll also have like some vlogs from the wedding and honeymoon and stuff in 2018. But
That's exciting.
that'll take time.
Low.
Oh, you can find me.
That's all I can leave.
Oh,
You can find me asleep on this chair.
You can
Same.
find me on the floor.
I was wiping the tears from my eyes from all the giggles. You can find me on Twitter at Nero the Hero. That's N3R0 THEH3R0. You can also find me on YouTube at Nero the Hero with letters. I upload videos sometimes. You can also find me here on Charge Shot. That's it.
Ben.
You can find everything concerning the Self-Proclaimed Marvelous One at twitter.com/marvelousiggy. And I'm going to surprise everybody. Originally, I said that I wasn't going to do any Let's Plays until next year. Well, I changed my mind because I have the right to do that. I'm going to do a small one.
You said that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I changed my mind. Well, because I've been wanting to play again. I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of this for quite a while since I played it on 3DS. Yes, card is always subject to change, and that means Mirage Sessions may not be happening when I said it was going to be happening. But either way, the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to release it in mid-December, is Cave Story, because it was recently released on the Switch, and I really love that game. It's a short game, so I know I can beat it. So yeah, look for Cave Story in December. I wanted to play somewhat of a feel-good game. I don't know. I didn't want to play a typical Christmas game, but I wanted to play something that has heartwarming moments. So yeah, look for Cave Story mid-December. That's all I got.
Cool. We got Chris. Where's your stuff?
Everyone out there can go onto YouTube and search for me as Metal Blade 427. That's Metal Blade 427. You can go on over to my channel and check out all of my older educational style Let's Plays over there. I'm still working on stuff, and at this point, nothing is definitely going to get up between now and the end of the year. If I am,
well, I feel sorry for your girl.
Oh, stop it! Bam! Ow!
Oh! Ow! Somebody get him to the hospital. That's a really bad burn.
Someone get us some Viagra, maybe.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Go back to sleep on the floor. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Ice over there?
There you go. In any event, yeah, like you know, I say before with my own wedding, there's just too much going on for me to be able to put on any videos or anything. But if anything, I'm kind of hoping to maybe take the studio, like the movie set tour, when I'm at my Hawaii honeymoon, because you can like walk around different areas in there and see like different sets and everything. And I really want to get myself a picture of me standing in Godzilla's foot. So if that goes up, that's like a bucket list thing. So
Cool.
that'll probably go up on Twitter. But yeah, you can look for that Metal Blade 427 Twitter, YouTube. Get equipped with me. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Great. You can find me, your host Thomas, at CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can find us all here at chargeshot.com. You can email me, thomas@chargeshot.com. And until then, guys, enjoy your games, and I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.